station that defends the nation. The Street919FM.com. Broadcasting from Trinidad to the world. The Street 919.
News from the Street, 919FM.com. Here's what's happening.
Good afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago. It's time for a look at your news to 4 p.m. here on Street 919 FM, brought to you with the kind compliments of Antix, the power to make it work. Making headlines this afternoon, health workers to receive arrears by the end of June. 3 are held by police after a shooting in central Trinidad, and overseas, the body of a fighter pilot found in North Sea after a morning crash.
Let's talk on the street. The official station that defends the nation.
In service to customers who wish to pay bills directly, all Antix service centers will be open for bill payments only from Monday, May 4th, Mondays to Fridays, 8 a.m. to 12 noon. To ensure the safety of employees and customers, persons entering service centers must wear a mask and maintain safe social distancing. Additional safety precautions will also be in place at each office. Antix is pleased to provide a safe environment for its staff and customers and requests your cooperation as we work together to stop the spread of COVID-19.
News from the Street, 919FM.com. Here's what's happening.
And now with your details, my name is Vern X. Devore. Good afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago. Healthcare workers attached to the North Central Health Authority, the NCRHA, are expected to start receiving their arrears by the end of this month. This was confirmed by Acting Leader of Government Business, Clarence Rambarat, in the Senate today. Minister Rambarat, in response to an urgent question from opposition Senator Wade Mark, said that 25% of the arrears will be paid and the remainder will be paid thereafter. Some 2,440 professionals are awaiting their monies for non-payment of gratuities and increments. Last Friday's workers staged a demonstration outside the Eric Williams Medical Science Complex to highlight their frustration. He assured that the government and the health ministry are committed to settling the arrears. 3 men have been arrested by officers of the Central Division following a police-involved shooting incident at Tasker Avenue, Cashew Gardens on Sunday. A high-powered rifle and a quantity of ammunition were also seized. At around 2:30 a.m. on Sunday, officers proceeded to the direction of several explosions, where they observed 3 men being chased by 2 others. One of the men was armed. Upon seeing the officers, the gunmen fired several shots at them. The officers returned the fire. The men, who are all from Londonville, were eventually caught and subsequently detained. And now for a look at news overseas. The body of the pilot of a U.S. Air Force fighter jet that crashed into the North Sea earlier today has been found. The name of the 34-year-old pilot has not yet been released and will not be until a next of kin notification has been made. Earlier today, the F-15C Eagle from the 48th Fighter Wing of the RAF Lakenheath in Suffolk crashed while on a training session. The wreckage was found hours ago, 74 nautical miles off the East Yorkshire coast. A subsequent investigation found that no problems with the aircraft were reported prior to takeoff. A Facebook post by that Air Force division has been placed to express their thanks to the UK for their assistance in the matter. And those are the stories making news to 4 p.m. here on Street 919 FM. Let me remind you of the headlines before we go. Health workers are to receive the arrears by the end of June. 3 persons have been held in a police-involved shooting in central Trinidad. And overseas, the body of a fighter pilot found in the North Sea after a morning crash today. And that's your news to 4 p.m. here on Street 919 FM, brought to you with the kind compliments of Antix, the power to make it work. My name is Vern X. Devore. Do have a good afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago.
News from the Street. 919FM.com.
In service to customers who wish to pay bills directly, all Antix service centers will be open for bill payments only from Monday, May 4th, Mondays to Fridays, 8 a.m. to 12 noon. To To ensure the safety of employees and customers, persons entering service centers must wear a mask and maintain safe social distancing. Additional safety precautions will also be in place at each office. TNTech is pleased to provide a safe environment for its staff and customers and requests your cooperation as we work together to stop the spread of COVID-19.
The mommy lip and gum, with my face down flat. Me have some place so me nah go back. Me know a few bridge where I fi burn down. So it no make sense to take your heart. The people them still say you up when the right time come. You a whole heap of pressure. Anyway money they and pleasure. They say whole heap of jealousy and hater. Them want all for themselves, them a scraper. You and when they check you Asia, them a memory of this a show like a page job. But anything they say me do the opposite. I think that they a give me. Them not is a blessing to show like you know for me. The more time them a just say them can't stop me. The only man who me fear Almighty. Me no want the police. Mankind so evil. Look what Christ do for them. Look what them do to Christ. Me a no superhero, we can't save the world. I'm gonna give me a choice. You know where me a go. Surely know where me a go. Where me a go. Anywhere the wind blow. No. I need some time on myself. Me and myself I go bust a reason. Make them go and say me mad because when nobody me can't reason. As I tell them one thing, them gon' leak a secret. I know them circle smart, so I will leak it. Cause them go talk with the enemies. Them a par with the enemies. You go tell them the weak spot, so them know I'm like the strap. My youth, you a par with the enemies. You a talk with the enemies. The youth where you a par with 100% my enemy. Them not see a blessing to show like you know for me. The more time them a just say them can't stop me. Can't stop me. The only man who fear Almighty. Me no want the police.
With changes in operations due to COVID-19, over 10,000 TNTech customers have signed up to pay their bill online and receive bills by email. Commercial and residential customers, do business with TNTech online today. Sign up at www.ttec.co.tt/CWA.
We know the streets because we talk to the streets. Come talk with us on the Street 919 FM.
So it no make sense to take your heart. The people them still say you up when the right time come. Yo, a whole heap of pressure. Anyway money they and pleasure. They see whole heap of jealousy and hater. Them want all for themselves, them a scraper. Yo, and when they check you Asia, them a memory of this a show like a page job. But anything they say me do the opposite. I think that they a give me. Them not is a blessing to show like you know for me. The more time them a just say them can't stop me.
So long ago, her memories will last in the hearts of the young and old. Those who remember days when her stories were told. So take me back, Miss Montano. Take me back to long ago. Take me back, Chantel. Take me back. So I can tell.
Let me say good afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago. You're listening to the voice of one of our very own listeners, very, very talented Roger Boothman. I decided to start the program with him today. You know, he's a listener. He supports this program, and we support anybody that supports us. Yeah? So we're going to do that, and we'll come right back. Stay with us.
A page of glory, vanishing history. Take me back to the way that it used to be. So take me back, Miss Montano. Take me back too long ago. Take me back, Chantel. Take me back, so I can tell Generation X who vex. Taking refuge under your parasol. Hey, history will remain all idle. Can we revive a page of glory, or will it vanish in history? Take me back to the way that it used to be. Take me back, take me back. Take me back, take me back. Teresa Montano, take me back, take me back. Take me back, take me back. I reminisce her portrayal of country. Well, mass was mass. It was real beauty. Carnival Tuesday, see Batman Wiley, while stress are standing like Statue Cipriani. So take me back, Miss Montano. Take me back too long ago. Take me back, Chantwell, yeah. Take me back, so I can tell Generation X who vex. I cannot find a minstrel for carnival, serenading a Dixie melody. Where's Pharaoh Grenade?
The Street 919fm.com, the official station that defends the nation.
Goodly people, thank you so much for staying with us. We're live on the Street 919 FM. My name is Aisha Wells, and I'm accompanied by my co-host, Mr. X. How you doing?
I am fine, thank you. Good afternoon. I think I'm on mic 2 today.
Yeah, you're on 2.
Yes.
I'll figure it out.
Nice. So good afternoon, Tobago. Good afternoon, Trinidad. Good afternoon, Aisha Wells. And it's always a pleasure to be here in the afternoon.
Yeah, definitely. So we have a packed show today. You can expect some interviews to come later on in the show. So much to discuss. You see, health workers boycott the Arima Hospital today.
Yes. Yeah. I have a piece of clip from Anisette, Michael Anisette.
Do you want to play it now?
We can play it in a little while. I want to make it kind of not comfortable with the quality.
Okay, so you want to fix
So I
it
want
up?
to just, sort it out and
Definitely. What else is making news?
Well, interestingly, that finance conversation, that mid-year review of the budget is ongoing in Parliament as we speak. I think Saddam Hussein is on the floor at the moment. He's making some very, loud claims about the government using COVID-19 as an excuse
to do what?
To get certain monies out of the treasury and gain access to additional funding. That
Saddam and easy.
Yeah, I was just listed to a number of different things. He was claiming that the increase in unemployment is at a particular level, and the growth of the country was at negative 0.2% at the last
before
analysis.
COVID?
Yeah, before COVID. And he's saying that some economists are saying that we could experience as much as negative 18% growth. Negative 18% growth. But the media review by Coleman Bird said negative 2%. And he's saying that can't be realistic.
I also heard Stuart Young pelting blows.
Yes, I was trying to see his clips today too.
I heard a little bit about it coming down to work in the car. He was talking about Rudal Munilal. And he called him a class clown, but the speaker asked him to recant it.
Right.
And he did, and he used another term that meant similar. So I found it was a little bit funny. The peacocks continue to pass left, right, and center in the parliament. What else is making news?
Well, other than that, the nurses seem to be getting some money. Clarence Chamberad confirmed that the nurses will be getting some increments and gratuity payments. About 25% of those payments will be made at month end, which is next week. And more than that, a little bit of back and forth with respect to Gary Griffith and Anil Roberts seem to be taking over some of the airwaves.
Yeah, I was paying attention to what's happening. Yesterday's report, I think it was in Newsday, that did a story about live sport.
Yeah.
And saying that the minister, or the former minister, is being investigated in the matter. I definitely want us to talk to him sometime today. He's a former colleague as mine at another place. And I would really like to hear him tell us what is the situation surrounding that. I have a lot of questions to ask him. I assure you it's going to be a very balanced interview.
Yes,
I intend to keep it professional, And we're going to talk to him at some point today.
Yeah.
I told him that yesterday, so I know he's looking forward to the
That'll be
phone
interesting.
call. I want to open the lines pretty early, see what's making news in your world. We can start there before we jump into our various interviews. Also to let you know, we talked about this a few days ago. I have a feeling that we had to be psychic here. Because now, The Guardian, which is one of the British newspapers, published that the world faces the worst food crisis in 50 years, says the United Nations.
Wow.
And we talked about this last week when we did agriculture.
Yeah.
You see, we have visionaries.
Visionaries. Yeah.
This is the second time this happened to us,
It's true.
Something else we talked about, and 2 days after, Bram.
It become world news.
And I think it has a lot to do with the fact that we're paying attention to what's happening, not just in Trinidad, but worldwide.
Yeah.
And it's time that people wake up. You can't be living in a box your whole damn life.
Bubble.
Come on, man. Piper, you good? I'm okay. I mean, you're quiet, man. Find a mic.
What, man?
How you doing? I just glad to see you.
Good afternoon.
How has everything been?
Good. Excellent, actually.
Nice.
As you would know.
Yeah, we
I'm
miss
a new
you on
member
the
to the
airwaves,
family.
man. Congratulations on the new addition.
Yeah, so I just been, in the back making sure everything working properly.
Excellent. When I see you here this time of hour, I say Piper working overtime. Do you don't be here this hour? All is well?
Yeah, all is well. All is well. A lot of changes coming and going and whatnot.
Well, we expect change is good sometimes.
Yeah, change. Well, it's the only thing that's constant.
Yeah, sometimes change is good.
Oh, sorry, my bad. I forget.
Turning your back to the camera.
Yeah. And let me officially welcome you back.
Thank you so much. You thought I did leave?
Well, I don't know. I heard you on a public holiday on the radio, and I was like, well, what's going on?
I was on an extended vacation. An extended vacation.
Yeah. But welcome back. Always glad to, we have you as a work colleague.
Yeah. It's a pleasure working with you guys as well. You know, it always has been.
Yeah.
And I look forward to hearing you on the airways again.
Yeah, I will be back soon. I just need to get a few things in order and be back and make sure we're up and running properly. And I was on with Antix a few days. You know, it was pretty fun.
Yeah, I was listening to it.
Yeah, we had some fun. You know, it was cool. Yeah.
So let me say good afternoon to everyone on our live. Share the live as you get in. Just get in and share the live. We're going to open up the lines pretty early. Take your calls. You can touch on some of the issues. Like I say, we have a couple interviews lined up. We're definitely going to be doing them. So you can call us as well. What else is making news in your world?
Well, you know, internationally, there's another killing of another black brother. In, I believe, Atlanta. He was parked up asleep in his vehicle. Police came up, took him out of the vehicle, questioned him, breathalyzed him, and then told him he was being placed under arrest. And he attempted to run. And as he attempted to run off, he was shot in the back. At least in that situation, the officers were charged, or immediately it was declared a homicide. And the officer in question who allegedly did the shooting, he has been charged, as I believe it's for murder.
This wouldn't
but
be going away anytime soon in
no,
America.
and I'm seeing more footage in this last 2 days about situations where police are using excessive force. One in particular with a lady and a son who went to our version, something like a Price Mart in the US, bought a TV, took it back, and came to collect the replacement TV. And as the guy put the replacement TV into his vehicle, they thought he stole it. And they accosted the guy and his mother, roughed them up I talk about body slam the guy, number of stitches, he lost about 3 teeth, you know, stitches in front and back of his head, and currently now have them under a lawsuit to sue the state. So
I also see the protest action took to Brooklyn yesterday, and some Trinis was out there in their numbers chipping up the road to a music truck. Anywhere you put a Trini.
You know, they say that that Black Lives Matter Caribbean protest was really the Labor Day celebrations that they are custom having in New York.
Anyway, you put a Trini with music, that's it, it's over.
Bossa wine.
Yeah, it's over. They would chip into voice. Fire go burn them.
Yeah, oh God.
That was the video that I saw.
Perfect.
Interesting indeed.
Perfect. So, internationally, it's still raging on.
It is. And I see America has passed 2 million cases of COVID-19.
Yes.
And the numbers are expected to grow over the next few weeks. Of course, a lot of people are outside in close contact with these protests. So, me no know.
I mean, globally, it is scary that we are almost at 500,000 people dead. Almost at 500,000 lives lost due to COVID-19. And for those of you who've been getting complacent and not wearing your mask and not observing your physical distancing and hygiene practices, I think now more than ever we need to really and truly pay full attention. 8 million people in the world have it. 436,000 and more than 436,000 people have now died from COVID-19.
I see that our cases have also increased here in Trinidad and Tobago with some persons on
confirmation
the
of
cruise
6 yesterday.
The cruise ship being tested positive. So, you know, we don't want to return to lockdown is what the minister is saying, but he's asking persons to continue to follow the social distancing guidelines, to sanitize. Businesses continue to say no mask, no entry. There is a drive-through cinema in Skinner Park now.
They are looking to put one, and yesterday I was looking at the report on TV6 with Mayor Junior Regrello, you know, who I think was a little bit agitated significantly last night, and they're looking to put that drive-through cinema there. And he is saying, you know, it's going to get some rent for them. It's going to use up 1/3 of the Skinner Park area. But the football people not having it. They want to have this space, and it's a green space, and they feel it will be destroyed, and so on and so forth. But Mayor Regrello is adamant that it is going to be good for the people of San Fernando to get some other recreation, and I guess that's recreation that you could physically distance naturally through,
I guess.
Stay in your car.
Let me say good afternoon to Jacqueline Mejia. She says the UNC is more concerned about revenue than lives. She says Trump is evil. Coming closer to home, a boy 15 chased into a bedroom and killed. When I saw this, it angered me.
What?
For two reasons. This little boy reminded me of my son, who is 15 years old as well and will be 16 in about 2 months. He even looks like my son.
Wow.
So when I saw the article, I was really, really angered. According to the Express, a 15-year-old boy has been shot dead. He is Jadil Xavier of Pinto Road, Arima. He was gunned down about 7:30 p.m. on Sunday. Xavier was lying with 2 others on the roadway near his home when he was approached by 2 masked men. The men confronted the trio and pulled out firearms. The 3 friends ran. The gunmen pursued Xavier into a house where he was shot. He was found bleeding of multiple gunshot wounds in a bedroom. He was pronounced dead at the Arima Health Facility. Now, who would want to pursue a 15-year-old boy and assassinate him?
Wow.
I imagined immediately how his mother would have felt. Reading this article, I tried to put myself in her shoes.
Yeah.
Like I said, the little boy looks so much like my son. It really caught me. And this is what I was trying to say a few weeks ago when I referred to the Black Lives Matter course that we want to trod on.
Yeah.
Black Lives Matter should not just be a slogan for us to be hip like all the other international countries that are marching. For us, it should have a meaning. It should have a cause. Anytime someone is murdered, especially our children, because I consider him my son, I have a son his age, there should be a massive, massive demonstration, and we demand justice until the perpetrators are caught. As a mother, that is a course that I would like to take. That is a charge I could take up.
It has to have that. It have to have some people that take a genuine interest in lives, especially here, because we have to, while we gotta relate to what's going on internationally, we have to see where it affects us directly, and these kind of things should really get us up to action.
What could he have done in his 15 years to cause this type of death? There is no more forgiveness for our children when they fall out with people. We're not realizing that.
No.
Long ago, me and you could have cough it out, pelt it out, and then know after that it's high and by. But our children do not have that opportunity. They're killing them as they find them, and this is a cause that I would like us to take up. I'm looking for all the mothers with 15-year-old boys across Trinidad and Tobago to meet me on the streets and let us demonstrate for something like this. This is what I can see. But again, we are a follow fashion society.
Bandwagoners.
And we will jump on any bandwagon in order to be seen. And the real cause falls by the wayside. This is something, like I say, I could have rallied for.
Yeah. Because I think it's really and truly Trinidad and Tobago a situation where we have to identify our situations that we need to address too when we see something that might bring a little, it might remind you of something that you're experiencing, but you should relate it to yourself and your home and see what we need to respond to. That's very disturbing. And what's also disturbing, I saw a police report from the police service that about 5 men, including grandfathers, 2 of them grandfathers, were recently charged for sexual assault on minors.
8 and 9-year-old, I saw that as well.
It's 5 men, 2 of them were grandfathers, one 77, the next one
I saw it
59 or something like that. I was like, what?
We going down a dangerous road in Trinidad and Tobago. On a separate program, I told persons that I don't even trust a father to bathe his daughter.
Listen,
his girl child. I'm sorry for all fathers who don't have evil intentions. I will take the blame for saying this. But personally, I can tell you, having children sit on uncle's laps is a no-no.
No, stop that.
Even sitting on her father's lap is a no-no. We have to treat our girl children as though they are prized possessions that cannot be taken in any like picking she up and playing with she. No. She's not a doll. Set boundaries. But we're going to talk about that. We have a minute or so to go. Let me read your comments as they continue to come in. Joyce Phillips said, in some TNT say it's fake. Here we are a fake society. Let's see. Edison Walker says, great issues on the number one station. Thank you, Edison Walker. Alison Thomas said, absolutely so. What can he do in his 15 years? And I'm telling you what he could have done. Lorna Walker says, a splendid, entertaining afternoon to the balance. With Aisha Wells and Mr. X. Thank you so much. So we're going to take that short break. I see you on the phone lines trying to get in. We're going to take a few calls before we try to get our first guest on today's show here on The Balance.
Talk, but we know talk. Come talk with us. The Street 919 FM.
This Thursday, it's Par Night on Iwer Stage, featuring.
Hey, what's the scene, everybody? My name is Joshua Regrello, and this Thursday, June 18th at 7 p.m., I'll be performing on Iwer Stage. So make sure and tune in, because we're going to put a serious vibe. I'm going to get your real street band. So make sure and tune in this Thursday, June 18th, Iwer Stage, 7 p.m. We outside.
Streaming live on Instagram at Iwer George, Facebook Neil Iwer George, and YouTube Iwer TV. It's Iwer Stage.
Hi there, I'm Lester Sublal, inviting you to join me on the first, second, and third Saturday, 8:30 p.m. to 11 p.m. for the program Slow Gospel Music, and on the fourth and fifth Saturday from 8:30 p.m. for an extended version of Slow Gospel Music on Street 91.9 FM.
Get interactive with the Street 919 FM.
All day, every day. See us all live on our Facebook page.
Share and comment on our show.
Like our page.
Chat with our live on-air announcers.
The Street 919's Facebook page.
Live and interactive all day, every day. The Street 919 FM.
Come talk with us.
This is Pastor Charles from the Upper Room Ministry. Tune into the Street 91.9 FM every Wednesday from 12 midnight to 5 a.m. for a time of prayer and intercession. I want you to know that we are going to have a TIME time in the presence of God, lifting up our nation, lifting up our families in prayer. I'm looking forward, my God, for you to join with me. Praise God, every Wednesday, praise God, praying for our nation, praying for our families, praying for our children. Join with me every Wednesday at 12 midnight. Tune into the Street 91.9 FM. God bless you.
Are you looking for a home care aide for an elderly parent? Maybe you're looking for a nanny or babysitter for your children. Are you looking for a housekeeper or cleaner for your home or office? Then Helping Hands Home Care is the place for you. We provide qualified home care aid, nannies, babysitters, housekeepers, and cleaners at reasonable prices. We work so you don't have to. Just send us your budget and schedule and we'll make it happen. Are you trained in home care? Do you have experience in caring for the elderly, disabled, or children? Or maybe you want to earn extra money cleaning homes and offices? Then be part of our team. We want you. Contact us today, WhatsApp or call 4838741 to sign up. We are Helping Hands Home Care. Helping Hands Home Care. The home is where the heart is.
technology just went a step further with Global Galaxy app. The Global Galaxy app shows you where the hotspots are when looking for a good time. Looking for something new? This app is going to resolve all that for you. It allows you to see a live projection of the amount of people in a specific club, restaurant, hotel, boat ride, and more. Showing you menus, reviews, specials, and much more. Global Galaxy is worldwide and allows business owners to upload their content, videos, memes, and menus. Global Galaxy app is also a very good marketing strategy to allow more traffic in your establishment and is available free for both Android and iOS devices. So, any user that downloads this app sees all participating restaurants, hotels, boat rides, and wherever you would like to go. Business owners just have to log in at our website, www.globalgalaxy.com, and register on the website. And you would have an admin section where you would be able to manage the visual of those who would be using the app. As long as you install the app and check into a participating outlet, gives you a prompt to check in anonymously. So please don't be alarmed. You would not be informed of whom would be at the establishment. It just gives you a quantitative live feed so that you would know exactly where you would like to go and how many people are there. Download the app today. Global Galaxy app available for both Android and iOS devices.
Tune in to Shaman's Path every first and third Friday from 10:05 to 10:35 a.m. for hidden truths, wise sayings, current events based on prophecies and shamanic healing methods. Call 496-1471 or log on to shamanezra.com. This program is brought to you through the kind courtesies of Kudo Herbal Health, distributors of Kudo Alkaline Water, which assist with your pH balance and promoting a healthy lifestyle. We also engage in medical, massages, and therapy. For more info, call 722-2614.
Wondering what's for lunch or dinner? Jenny's on the Boulevard has lots of specials for you from May 11th to May 23rd. Enjoy 10% discount for groups of 5 orders or more and pickup orders of $500 or more. 10% off with valid ID, police, army, and other emergency services. 20% off all government ministry orders. 30% off desserts. Grab and go mini assorted desserts, $60. 30% off beers and fruit drinks. Free delivery on orders over $300. 10% discount for orders over $500. Free delivery plus 10% discount for orders over $1,000. Choose from our famous Chinese-style express buffet, the American menu, burgers, ribs, and more. Italian menu, pasta, and more. Opening daily between the hours of 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Call us today at 625-1807, 395-3757, or 488-8800. Takeout, curbside pickup, or delivery available. Jenny's on the Boulevard for all your Chinese, American, and Italian needs.
Better vision for your physical eyes, and through the eyes of faith, let healing arise in your mind, body, and spirit. At Natural Heal Ministries, we teach kingdom principles for living that brings the blessing of God to your mind, body, and soul.
NHM Professional Associates are located at number 10 Moody Stewart Street, Monrepos, San Fernando. For more info, contact Dr. Desmond Phillip at NHM on 349-3494.
NHM Professional Associates can be heard live on the Street 919 FM every Saturday from 9:05 to 9:55 a.m.
We know the street because we talk to the street.
Come talk with us on the Street 919 FM.
Thank you so much for staying with us. Let's take your calls. I know I've been ignoring them. 342-0081-771 1971 4665 718-874-3860. Let's see who's the caller. You're live.
TV-Isha.
Hey, how are you? Hey, Gemma.
Yes, my dear.
How are you, my love?
I listen and listen just now, blazing the one and talking about all and whatever. But from in my area, in Mutu Lands and Samuel Village, you know what dead youth she get from life sports? You know what you dead youth? You know how much youth children I hold that baby in my hand. Unless I don't get killed. So what he talking about? He don't know what he sees. He don't, and them computer, I can tell you, one of my granddaughter get one of the computer and it fall down. They tell us carried by Mr. Jadus. We carried by Mr. Jadus to repair. Mr. Jadus say he don't repair from 1, from 2, and from 3. He give me a number to go to get it repaired. Up to this day, it never repaired. I still have it like that. My granddaughter become a big woman now. She's 18 years. She's a big woman now. You understand? And the laptop lie down day, dead as a doornail. So let Anderson watch him out there. Let him wash his mouth. Bye-bye.
All right, Gemma, blessings. Let me say good afternoon to Tabakita on the live. Tabakita, I miss you on radio. Tabakita, I'm missing that bell. Tabakita, that bell. Call her your live.
Aisha, good day.
Hi.
Good afternoon. I don't want to lost a to us, but I just want to ask something to that lady. The computer that Kamala gave out, the initiative was good enough. It's just how they went about doing it was bad. Because, you know, I had about 15 youths in my house, and all of them are laptops, eh? So my wife asked them to unlock the laptop, and she gone into it, and she asked them to research certain things. I was ashamed to see only my son, my daughter, and my nephew was able to do it. On the laptop, that music videos, that adult movies download. And listen, it was easy to override the code that they put to protect from just being open. A lot of the children never had internet, so they could not research nothing. These children was going all over with a laptop in the hand, laptop falling, mashing up, getting damaged. The laptop should have remained in the schools. And also, a woman calling some weeks ago, the laptops to me was very inferior. But if these laptops was remain in the school, and let's see the government monetize from that aspect, only when you have need to go home with it, you go home, making sure that you have access to social media. But the initiative was good, but how they went about doing it was bad. With that, to the issue at hand, this Anna Robert issue that they opened back. Watch me, this thing sad. This thing really sad because they interfere with the public first. And for me, this is my perception. And let us have a hypocrite because he stood and say on a video, anybody who interfere with the public first should be jailed, should be punished. Let me tell you something. There is more in the mortar than the pistol. And this thing, not smelling nice, not sounding nice, it's not looking nice. But remember, permanent secretaries could only sign off on a certain amount of money used in the ministry. The minister had and the prime minister. Because when you ask for a certain amount, you have to take it to cabinet. You telling me the minister to know that, also the prime minister to know that. So this thing not sounding nice and not looking nice. I looked at all this.
You know, I want to know where this Anil Roberts scenario resurrect from all of a sudden. This has been 5 years or more. And, you know, I'm thinking if there was an investigation into Anil Roberts, it would have been concluded by now. So to bring this conversation back into the public domain, I am wondering the timing, whether it may be political.
But
now,
who pushing the narrative?
Don't get me wrong. I do not have a problem with an investigation into 400 million disappearance of taxpayers' dollars. That's not my point. I am saying whoever stole from the public must be held accountable for it. And I have no apologies for saying that. However, I want to question the timing of what's happening. Seeing that we are approaching an election and we only hear about rumors of corruption, and we've been hearing about it for some time, but nobody have been arrested under this live sports scenario. And I wait to see if bringing it back into the public domain is going to signal arrest or cause an arrest. So I wait to see where this is going to go. I notice you're quiet.
Yeah, because I'm trying to figure out whether this particular scenario at all has any legal position, credence, if it have any. Is something going to be done, or is it just talk? You know, for too many years, I think we've seen allegations of corruption come up, and nobody faces consequences. So it seems to me in many cases it's just talk.
Well, 9 to 10, then
I don't know.
We'll take a few more calls, see who's on the outside before we go to our interview. Caller, you're live.
I show your partner, they understand. They don't need talk and games. You understand? And now it's election, so you have to put some excitement into the poor. What the poor does, Aisha? More talking money. Now money, you got dead on it, Aisha. And the others, a lot of them walk with billions. You know what Jack Warner say? They couldn't even buy doubles. And they walk with billions of dollars. And you see, we don't like the bacchanal part. We have to sit down and listen. And I show we have to remember, our people have to remember good advice, boring, like a good husband. You do all the things and he make you, he fight you, he nothing. And they just say boring, and he just get through good. Children just get big, well educated, everything. And when you come to excitement, you have somebody who are working no way. He's a good titillator. He have no money, the lady get pregnant. And then she had to go to court for what again, Aisha? Money. And if our people understand economic standing in America, discrimination, racial discrimination is where you keep back a people poor. Poor. Same thing going on in Trinidad here. There want class and racialism. It's about the same thing. There want the people getting all the $1 million contract. Them is the one who could buy the government. And always remember to our people, you buy your politician, you rent your politician, or you lease your politician, and the ones who could do that is the ones who will get through. Big contracts. Big renter building, anything, you're building your big building, you're done with, done, signed, sealed, and delivered. And while people running and shooting whatever, some little stupid money down on the ground, nobody telling them. Why is that? They just tell them, Aisha, if all we do it together, we save, we invest, we make sure we cheap and tight and vocal, because you can't be poor and extravagant. You cannot be poor and extravagant. That's madness. But when the real time comes, you just blame somebody else. And nobody care when you blame. Is when you implement. And the hardest thing for a lot of people is to implement. You're poor, you want to buy your blocks, you steal, you this, you want to build your place unorganized. You got to save and invest your money. And always remember, never say sacrifice. I want to touch on bacchanalish. Make sure you're cheap and tight and focused. And the ones who do it, sure, let them talk to you, Aisha. They could never be poor again. They're bound to be, right? They're bound to be well off. And the children, everybody go get through. Aisha, we had to accept reality. If you bring them back on another thing there, you go get a chance to sue the government and make more money on them. Don't forget. And because the people they're not really particular. Give the poor excitement and give the rich the money. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Let's see who else is there. Caller, you live.
Pleasant good day to you, Aisha and Mr. X.
How you doing, Paul?
I'm good, actually. I would like to say the caller just now say everything in a nutshell, and this is the kind of thing that I want to hear from more mature people who have been in the dungeons from years gone by. You know, allow them to speak. I mean, I should have people who is within the People's National Movement right now as we speak is afraid to come out and speak out because they are being scared that they are victimized. The belly would bite them when the day come. But you know what? Great is the PNM. I'm not saying not to support the PNM or the UNC, you know, but I am saying what is right and what is wrong is wrong. And people continue to just throw their hands up in the air because what? For a little 30 pieces of silver? No, let's get it right. We must get it right.
All right, Paul, thank you. Let me read your comments as they come in. Hanifa Balkaran said, I am always saying the same thing over and over again and nothing is being done. So people clearly don't have much confidence in bringing this back up into the public domain. Let me read some more comments as they come in. Rena Diaz says, money, money, money. I think she's referring to Mova. Tony Justin said, Aisha and Mr. X, this game has been played before and this is silly season. Are you listening to the call, to the texters? They all sound similar. Ja Paul Prime Cooper says, the man here who asks questions on the government interview, could someone please get this guy in the loop? Because he's sleeping or playing Candy Crush. Leslie Blackman says, is not talk, check the amount of lawyers in the UNC. How could they catch them? So is it that the lawyers are above the law? Leslie?
I don't understand that question. I don't understand that. Let's deal with reality, people. Let's please stop on the old talk and corridor talk. Let's deal with the reality. If there is evidence to prove Mr. Roberts' involvement, hadn't somebody been held accountable for some misappropriation of funds under life sport? Didn't somebody get some kind of thing? In the Newsday report, the end of life sport was noted that on July 25th, 2014, Kamala Prasad-Bissessar announced the termination of life sport in Parliament. She said the findings of the audit team included procurement breaches, a deviation from the mandates of the cabinet, involvement in criminal activities, fraud by suppliers, theft of equipment, breaches of the Proceeds of Crime Act, and poor control and monitoring by the Sport Ministry. Roberts subsequently resigned from the cabinet as the Davide O'Meara MP on July 31st, 2014.
Nobody beats up Anil Roberts for life sport more than I do, by the way.
Yeah. And I think he resigned because he was the minister. But has he been found culpable directly?
I beat Anil Roberts till probably the cows come home.
Mm-hmm.
When I was fighting for the PNM as an activist.
Mm-hmm.
And I demanded that he be fired for his involvement in the role he played as minister. Now, I cannot accuse Anil Roberts of anything because, as you are aware, there is a process in which monies are dispersed from the ministries, and it's done through that process time and time again. So whether to say Anil give away the money, I cannot say that.
Mm-hmm.
But my reason at the time for wanting him to be removed was because it happened under his watch.
Yes, well, he's the manager. He's in charge of the ministry.
And that is why I stress that, at that time it happened under his watch, then he must bite the bullet.
Right.
But we're going on what? 5 years or more, 6 years if you look, because he was fired some years before, or a year or so before the government actually went to an election. So he may have been sent home, let's just say 2014 or 13. I'm not sure, but when we get him on the line, he would confirm.
Mm-hmm.
And from that time to now, you mean to tell me there is nothing that they could actually pin him down to? Anil back on the radio cussing the government, back on TV cussing as normal, walking around the place without a problem.
And I think a lot of people kind of shocked that he is on a UNC platform too.
So now to bring this back into the public domain, and when you listen to where the investigator stopped, the investigator said in the report that they have found no evidence to charge him. And I think one newspaper even quoted the commissioner of police stating that he also did not find Anil Roberts was culpable at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm stating, is there new information?
Well, this is what we have to find out, because...
Or are we still talking about the same situation as it existed back then?
And this is a question of not even who is culpable or who is responsible. It's a question of how our systems work. Because we continue as people to have these arbitrary systems that allow these things to go unsettled. Because I could understand how people could sit there and say, wait now, but what really happened with it? What is the truth? What is the facts of the matter? And we have so many situations that leave us just like that. You were waiting for the next word, right? Just like that.
So Lorena Diso is saying, so you're telling me because the court dismissed the case on a technicality, we shouldn't be discussing it. And I'm saying, no, that's not what I'm saying.
But we are discussing it.
We're discussing it now, and we have a right to discuss it because $400 million of taxpayers' money disappeared unaccounted for.
Mm-hmm.
And whoever took it, I think, should be held culpable.
Yes.
So I will agree with the conversation. I have no problem in having this conversation. But I'm saying, is this a political conversation, or is this a conversation where we're serious about finding out what happened to it?
Because I don't know that any other report other than the one that Kamala Prasad-Bissessar had asked for at that time was done on it. Was there a KPMG that was brought in? Is there an independent audit was done?
We're going to talk to Anil right after this break. We are about a minute before the break, and we're going to hear all who's involved, all who wasn't involved, all who didn't know, all who didn't know. And we're going to hear his side of the story. And of course, I like to get to all sides of the story. So I have a few questions for him. It's not going to be an easy ride, let me just put it that way. But I intend to get to the bottom of what has happened. We are going to go for a short break. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Because we talk to the street.
Come talk with us on the Street 919 FM. This Thursday, it's Pa Night on Iwer Stage, featuring.
Hey, what's the scene, everybody? My name is Joshua Regrello, and this Thursday, June 18th at 7 p.m., I'll be performing on Iwer Stage. So make sure and tune in, because we're going to hold a serious vibe. I'm going to get you a real sweet band. So make sure and tune in this Thursday, June 18th, Iwer Stage, 7 p.m. We outside.
Streaming live on Instagram at Iwer George, Facebook Neil Iwer George, and YouTube Iwer TV. It's Iwer Stage. Father's Day is almost here, so let's show all the dads that we care. D&M Wireless in New City Mall is having a Father's Day promotion. New City Mall is located at number 3 Charlotte Street and number 41 Independence Square in Port of Spain. The grand prize is a Bluetooth headset. To be eligible, you must spend $150 or more in the store or send 2 persons to our store to shop. They must provide store personnel with the person who referred them, name and contact information. The promotion begins on Monday, June 8th, 2020. The prize will be drawn on Friday, June 26, 2020. Come check us out today at D&M Wireless at New City Mall.
We are in this together at Dowell's Famous Foods and BQ Bites, 1 week only, starting from Sunday the 14th of June to the 21st of June. You can get plenty for 20 at Dowell's Famous Foods. Have yourself 2 pieces of mouth-watering chicken and 1 side, or 1 zesty chicken sandwich for only $20 at BQ Bites. Get yourself a grab-and-go meal for only $20. Visit Dowell's Famous Foods and BQ Bites, Port Mall, as they acknowledge we are in this together. 1 week only. 2 pieces and 1 side, $20. 1 zesty chicken sandwich, $20. 1 grab and go meal, $20. Darrell's Famous Foods and BQ Bites, Port Mall. We are in this together.
Tobago is like one big happy family, and in this time of pandemic, our family values have never been stronger. We are stronger together, Tobago, and together, with a name you can depend on, we are moving into the new normal with quality food from Chef and Barbecue.
On mornings when I'm on my way to work, I like to pass by Chef's and BBQ for a hot cow wheel soup or a bacon saltfish to start my day. And now I hear breakfast is $20, and then me I go. The staff nice too, you know. Hello, Chef's is the place to go.
Chef and Barbecue is renowned in Tobago for home-style cooking using the best Tobago has to offer and more. Visit a Chef and Barbecue near you today and get that home-cooked meal you've been missing. Call to order and pick up your meals hot and ready at Chef's and Barbecue. There's no chef like a Tobago chef.
Get interactive with the Street 919 FM.
All day, every day. See us all live on our Facebook page.
Share and comment on our show.
Like our page.
Chat with our live on-air announcers.
The Street 919's Facebook page.
Live and interactive all day, every day. The Street 919 FM.
Come talk with us.
Looking for a safe and relaxed professional massage therapist and nutritionist? Look no further. Nature's Touch with Empress Judy and Associates offers a natural approach to better health. Treat yourself to a professional massage therapy and nutrition advice in a safe and relaxed atmosphere. Rejuvenate your body, mind, and soul at Nature's Touch Therapy. For an appointment, please call or WhatsApp 1-868-398-8282 or visit our Facebook page. Remember, your health is our responsibility at Nature's Touch.
What are you sleeping on? Did you know that you may be sleeping on dead skin cells, dust mites, and bodily fluids? Do you suffer with aches, pain, stiffness, and other sleep disorders? Studies show that you should replace your mattress every 7 to 10 years for better health, better support, and a better night's sleep. Visit a sleep center today at Quartz and find the perfect mattress for you. Quartz, bringing value home.
Over the past few months, life as we know it has changed. We continue to discover new things, how to unmask creativity, and how to quarantine our differences. We're attending concerts from our bedrooms, giving the earth a vacation and learning beyond the classroom. As we journey through this together, let's never forget all the reasons to keep believing things will get better. Be connected, be positive, be mobile.
Talk your talk, but we know talk. Come talk with us. The Street 919 FM.
All right, so we are back. Thank you so much for staying with us. It is 5 o'clock in Trinidad and Tobago. You okay? You take 2 deep breaths?
Yeah, I had to take a deep breath.
Yeah, Anil is a handful. He is. So go ahead and read the article.
All right. So according to the Newsday article published yesterday, former Sport Minister Anil Roberts said he has nothing to hide as police revive the probe of the controversial life sport program which he created in 2012 under the People's Partnership Administration. Senior police sources told Sunday Newsday that Roberts is being investigated for his involvement in the program, which lasted 2 years at a cost of $400 million and has been blamed for a rash of murders by criminal gangs. In a telephone interview on Wednesday, Roberts laughed when he was asked for a comment on his being investigated. And his response is in inverted commas in this Judy Raymond story in the Newsday yesterday. Anil said to Judy, "Tell them investigate me from now until 2058. They will not find anything more than Anil Roberts is a Trinbagonian, a Douglas, and a supporter of Kamala Prasad Bisesa." Roberts added that his name was never mentioned in an audit into the program that led to it being scrapped. He said he could be investigated up, down, left, right, but nothing untoward would be found against him. He also called on the police to investigate other politicians, specifically those in the PNM as well. The life sport program, which was Roberts' brainchild, was found to be fraught with corruption and was shut down by Prime Minister Kamala Prasad Bisesa in July 2014, 2 years after it began after an audit by the Minister of Finance. Police sources say that White Collar Crimes Unit is investigating the former Olympic swimming coach and Darby O'Meara MP. The Fraud Squad, Finance Intelligence Bureau, and Anti-Corruption Investigations Bureau are also part of the investigation. Roberts himself is yet to be interviewed. The investigation, Sunday Newsday was told, began sometime in 2019. Police sources said the case is multi-pronged and focuses on Roberts' involvement in live sport only. Sunday Newsday contacted Police Commissioner Gary Griffith, who was National Security Minister in the PP at the time, and was told that the matter is engaging the attention of the police, but he is not at liberty to say anything further. During an interview with Tony Fraser on Power 102 in 2017, Griffith said he was the person who alerted his cabinet colleagues to allegations of impropriety in the program, which led to a government-ordered audit. Griffith said that said then that based on his investigation at the time, Roberts had done no wrong. Rumors of Roberts being tipped to fight for the Tunapuna parliamentary seat in the 2020 general election campaign were dismissed by both him and party insiders. Roberts, who left the Congress of the People to join the United National Congress, however, said last week he is available to serve in any capacity that he is called to by the political leader. He added that his work to rid the country of the worst government in the Caribbean is all he's focused on, and he wished the police good luck in their investigations. Now, she also went on to give you a little backstory into the end of the live sport. On July 25th, 2014, Prasad Bisesida announced the termination of live sport in Parliament. She said the findings of the audit team included procurement breaches, a deviation from the mandates of the cabinet, involvement in criminal activities, fraud by suppliers, theft of equipment, breaches of the Proceeds of Crime Act, and poor control and monitoring by the Sport Ministry. Roberts subsequently resigned from the cabinet as the W. Mira MP on the 31st of July 2014. Addressing Parliament, Prasad Bisesida said any person or group who seeks to subvert the law and the public benefit will pay the full price of the law. This program was conceptualized and formulated as part of a comprehensive program to try to roll back the tide against criminals and criminality in our country. She said, and this is where I must express my personal deep disappointment and dismay that a program that was intended to save lives, to build lives, was used by a group of people for fraud and personal gain. This group of people who derail the good intentions of the program have in effect given their support to criminality, in some cases rather than to our young people. For the reasons and because of this very serious breaches found in the life sport program, they will be immediately terminated. In 2016 October, High Court Judge Maria Dean Amor quashed the report by the Ministry of Finance's General Audit Committee into life sport. The report was ordered by Mrs. Prasad Bisesida. Now, this 54-page report concluded that there was poor monitoring and control of the program by the Sport Ministry, and there have been breaches of the Proceeds of Crime Act. Police information suggested that criminal elements may have supervised and coordinated live sport. In her judgment, Dean Armour said the report should be sent back to the audit team. When the report was ordered, the audit team was led by Finance Minister Larry Hawaii. By the time the judgment was delivered, Finance Minister Colm Imbert had inherited the leadership of the team. Dean Armour ruled that the right to natural justice was infringed, and the auditors failed to inform the Sport Ministry officials named in the report. After the judgment, Prasad Bisesida at a political rally said the ruling clearly cleared the way for Roberts to return to the UNC's front line. Roberts also claimed vindication then and was later seen at UNC public rallies. After the ruling, Attorney General Faris Alwari said nothing had changed, and while the audit was deemed null and void, there was nothing in the judgment that blocked any criminal probes. One of the beneficiaries of live sport, educator Adolphus Daniel, who received $34 million for teaching he did not do because the program was scrapped earlier than planned, called for a public inquiry into live sport. In December last year, Daniel called for the inquiry while maintaining that he will not be returning the fees paid to him. Daniel said in a media release, the greater good of live sport was buried under the greed of just a few. The truth is there were concerned professionals who were working in the live sport program and without pay and were devoted and fully committed to the country. The country needs to know the truth about live sport and the roles of the various players, including myself. Therefore, let those in public office who say they care about and who continue to demonize live sport at every opportunity, call a public inquiry. Call it now. I have time, and let the chips fall where they may. Now, she went on to give you the findings of the audit, or maybe the audit was done under Kamala Prasad Bisesida. They did their own audit, right? Mm-hmm. The audit into live sport found some participants were not interested but registered just to collect money and stipends and daily meals. There were names submitted beyond the stipulated number, and each person was paid. Participants were not the full beneficiary of the stipends, especially in areas where gang violence was rampant, as they were made to pay part of their allowance to gang leaders. Some participants were forced to join the program. Some returned to a life of crime at the end of the program if they were not successful in obtaining sustainable employment. The report also highlighted that the police found some of the coordinators were of questionable character and believed that the program was fueling criminal behavior. The report was sent to the offices of the DPP and the Commissioner of Police and the Integrity Commission and the head of the public service. Remember, Life Sport was that program geared towards helping to reform youths in high-risk communities, and it started with a budget of $6,647,000,000 in 2012. Each attendee was paid $1,500 a month, along with a daily meal allowance of $75. The allowance was not paid to trainees, but given to contractors who supplied meals. The program was planned to operate in 33 centers with 60 people in each center. Coordinators of the program were paid an allowance of $30,000 each. And when the ills of the program became known, it was removed from the purview of the Ministry of Sport and placed under Griffith, then Minister of National Security. By 2014, the cost of the program had skyrocketed to some $267 million. Oh, it was $6,647,000. I said $6 billion. My apologies. So that is the story by Judy Raymond in your Newsday. Sorry, it's Jensen Lavende is the author of this one here. Yeah.
Hello.
Anil Roberts, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Aisha.
I'm calling you live from 91.9 with my co-host, Mr. X, also known as Vern Extavor.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. To what do I owe this pleasure?
Well, you're in the news all weekend, and I thought I would call you today to have a discussion based on the article that appeared
in the news all weekend.
The article.
I was in one PNM Judy Raymond editor article that makes no sense.
Anil Roberts, I do not know who political party, anybody belongs to. I'm talking about the interview. Oh, sorry, take that again. The article. The article done by the Newsday. Who did the article?
It's Jensen Lavende.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Anil Roberts, according to the article, an investigation has restarted into Life Sport, specifically having to do with your involvement in the program. How do you comment on this?
Number one, Aisha, you're in this game a long time. That article says police sources. What is a police source? Do you know how that article came about? There was a rumor going about early on, and third base asked me on Monday, and then are you going up for Tuna Puna, boy? Yeah, tell me you're going up for that seat and thing. And there's rumor put out by your PNM people that I was going
my
up for Tuna
PNM
Puna.
people, Anil Roberts, 1 minute. Let me let you know.
PNM, all right,
this
now,
program
right?
is the balance, Anil Roberts.
All right, I'm not talking program. I'm talking about you. It's not
I am also balanced, Anil Roberts.
So defensive?
I am also balanced.
But nothing's wrong. I didn't curse you by saying you're a PNM. As soon as Rowley news, you will go back and join the PNM when Penny, Brian Manning, all on.
You see how you strain from the point, right? You see how you strain.
There's no point. The article has no point. Let me continue quietly and
Thank
quickly.
you so much. Uninterrupted.
Okay. The article started off with the main question Mr. Levend, cannot even pronounce his name, asked was, if I screened for Tuna Puna, if I was going up as a candidate for Tuna Puna, which I gave a hearty laugh to. And I told him, my brother, I help my party. I am a football. I'm a team. I'm a sportsman. Anything my leader needs me to do, I am willing. If I have to screen for a seat, screen for a Senate, screen for a constituency executive, screen for a street captain, screen to help Aisha go up for the UNC, I will do that to ensure that the worst prime minister in the history of the Caribbean is removed from office. That was the main story. He then went on to ask, well, we hear some rumors. It could be political mischief that the police are investigating Life Sport and they want to interview you. I said police are free to investigate anything they want in this country. Police have power. They could interview, they could investigate 6 years, 60 years, 50 years. They could come. They have never come by me. They're not coming by me, and they're not by me, but they're willing.
You have never been You have never been personally interviewed by the police during this investigation.
Aisha, in the audit report that came about, Anil Roberts' name is not once in that 59-page report. You read it, Aisha, Aisha.
I'm just asking questions, Anil Robert.
No, but I'm answering, and you know, so you don't have to ask me. You can state what you know. You read the audit. Anil Roberts' name is not there. Not one accusation against Anil Roberts. Not one insinuation that Anil Roberts did anything. You see, when you follow the proper corporate governance procedures, there is no risk whatsoever to yourself. That's why you have certain things. You have a board, and let me remind you, Live Sport had its own board consisting of 9 individuals, lawyer, army man, chairman, and so on, and followed the board procedures. Live Sport had a director duly appointed and going through a process of interviews, opening the papers, and so on, selected by the board. It had an assistant director. It had a full organizational structure. Live Sports payments also went through the sport company, which had a board of 11 people who were in charge, plus a CEO of the sport company. Then there was also a permanent secretary and public servants who run the program and do everything. The minister, Anil O.E. Roberts, never got involved in any form of fashion in anything out of his scope. My be-all and end-all ended with the creation of a program to help young black boys get off the street, stop killing each other, and stop shooting each other. Identify the talent. I'm speaking, please.
Sorry.
And that is where I created the program to help the situation where we are losing out of 540 murders each year. We are still losing at least 420 young black boys to crime. So Live Sport was my brainchild and my idea to get the guys off the street, to get the labor force away from gangs, to get them in, to teach them to count and to read, get the identification card, get them a bank account, fill their belly with food, $79 a day, give them a stipend of $1,500, get them into MIC, NESC, identify skills, and move them on. That's where the minister's involvement ends. That's why you can read an entire article, and there is not one allegation against the minister. For example, yes, my dear. I thought you called me for me to talk.
All right, I just want to ask some questions while you talk. In the issue of going to the Senate, going to the cabinet to apply for funding, to fund this program, the minister is involved in that process, isn't he?
Yes. And it ballooned from 6 million to 200 million. Okay, Aisha, let me repeat this story since a lot of y'all stick break in your ears. When I first came up with the idea, as any new idea, I told the public servants at the ministry, the research officers, the clerk for the AO3 and so on. I put them in a conference room. I explained what I was thinking of to get these boys off the streets, because Patrick Manning had done some good programs, My Lot, My Part, CCC, so on, UTT, these things. But they were still the bottom of the rung, the lowest, the least educated, basically functionally illiterate kids who were just on the street doing worthlessness, okay? So they were still out there. I said, listen, the only thing that I see that could get these boys interested in something is sport, fitness, basketball, ball bouncing, basketball, football, cricket, and for girls, netball. Netball didn't come on stream yet. And I told them my vision, and then they had to go, and they went and created a cabinet note for a pilot project, Aisha. The pilot project was for one area, based on the CSO statistics survey. It was going to start, I believe the first area they had said was the most depressed area. Either it was in Labre or in Laventille. And they said one area, 40 participants, and so on and so forth. When I went to the cabinet, and the budget for that for the year was whatever, 6.75 million. I don't remember. Don't kill me if I forget.
I understand. I'm not.
And when I presented my note, as you know, when you go to cabinet, you now have to sit down with 32 other ministers who are all fighting for resources for their own thing, whether it's their ministry, whether it's for PAN, whether it is for road, whether it is for books. And I presented my vision and my case. I did such a good job that every member of parliament in there said, nearly buff me and cuss me and say, but why you didn't bring that? I need that in my area. Arima Rogers, I said, I need that in Pinto.
There's no denying that the Live Sport was an excellent program.
No, okay, but I'm
saying,
answering your question because Keith Rowley and Stuart Young and the PNM like to say that the cost ballooned. So I'm just going through quietly to tell you how the cost increased. So they told me, they buffed me and ran me back to the ministry and said, no pilot project, go and do it for the entire country. So I went back to the public servants. I said, I get booked. You all now have to sit down there and go through, take the CSO statistics and give me the 50 worst areas in Trinidad and Tobago. When I mean worst, I mean areas with most unemployment, most crime, children without opportunity and so on, based on the survey, and do a budget for that. They did a budget then for 60 areas instead of one area at an average of 60 participants per area. Therefore, you had to get 60 by, instead of one area, that's where it balloons. So 60 by 60 is what? 3,600. You have to get 3,600 meals, 2 meals per day. So you have to get $1,500 for 3,600 people rather than for 60 people. You have to get tents and computers and information and equipment and sporting goods for 3,600 participants.
I understand that.
Rather than...
I see where you're going.
How all you understand and they keep printing nonsense.
Well, I didn't print anything. I'm trying to get to the bottom of what you said, Anil.
I'm saying Dr. Keith Christopher Rowley, Stuart Smallpin run, Young, and 61 million Alra. We keep saying, oh my God, life sport corruption, a program balloon from 6 million to 200. It's simple mathematics. If you move from 60 people to 3,000 something people, the cost goes up for each person. And the problem you have to ask your leaders of the PNM, why do they have problems with millions being applied to poor black people, but they don't when Rahal get 300 million for one building in Milton? You're trying to edit my
I'm not editing anything. I'm trying to talk to you.
I thought you say a balance.
I'm trying to talk to you. Anil, can I continue to talk to you? I am not defending anybody. I know I did, but I'm not defending anybody. And I'm saying to you, I understand that there would be a cost associated with the increase of the program.
Tell me quick, because you're wasting time. What is the allegation against Anil?
You see how you rude? You see how you're rude?
I mean, I'm rude.
I am being very nice, very quiet. I'm trying to find out from you. Okay, so let me get to the reason.
I ask you, what is the allegation?
Anil Roberts, at what time? We are having a conversation. At what time did you...
Yes, but the conversation is a non-topic. What is the allegation?
At what time did you realize something was wrong or going wrong with live sport?
Let me tell you something. You are assuming something went wrong. Let me tell you something. Since you like information, do you know that in this new program, that same audit committee that ended up lying and the judge felt out the audit, do you know within that 2 years, there were 3 previous audits that I told, that I instituted? Do you know that exact audit team that brought out this so-called audit with a set of lies in it that created the furor along with Asha Javid and the Express, who was Stuart Young's girlfriend at the time? All those lies that came out, the audit report.
I don't know who was with who. Let me just say that one time.
I am telling you, I didn't say you. Why are you jumping in? Anil Roberts say that. Not you. Not you. Don't jump in. There was an audit, the 3rd audit that had been completed in March, on March 8th. That audit by the same people said, okay, we have to put more things in place, some structures, some vouchers and so on. It's a new program. You also have to understand that when you find these boys on the street, these boys do not, the only way you know them is Trini, is that they are actually here on the rock and they talk like we. They have no ID, they can't get no bank account because there are no WhatsApp bill or TNTech bill, and this is part and parcel of the program. So at first they were saying, so why pay them in cash? And some idiotic people were even saying, but everybody have a bank account. This is the kind of idiots we have in this country. There are many people who cannot get a bank account because they do not have the bill to go and show address and so on. Number one. Number two, the audit report came out. For example, the one that you are stating categorically, that has been quashed, by the way, but you still stating here on Radio Live that they have
I am
problems.
reading an article from
you're reading
yesterday's
nonsense. You must
Newsday.
not, so because they write it, what does that mean?
No,
So
but the article did say it was quashed.
nonsense.
The article did
And
say
we
it was
read that
quashed,
as
and we
well,
read that as well. We know the audit was
so
quashed.
therefore, hold on. You all know, okay, but you all are too intelligent people. If something is quashed, do you know what that means?
Well, my question to you is, was there any other independent audit of the life sport program done at
There
all?
were 3 more before that were telling you the last.
Right.
The one before this one had finished on March 8th. This one was instituted after the Asha Javid article in April. This one was done in April, May, June. And then, for example, in this audit that has been thrown out and quashed, we're talking about something that does not exist. They said, and I and all at first was shocked, because it said that the laptops bought for poor people were stolen. And even if you go back and look at an interview of me in Parliament, I say, well, listen, if people thief laptops that were purchased for poor people to learn and to move on, I am saddened and sickened by that. Those laptops still in Atto Golden in a room right now gathering dust. You hearing what I'm telling all you? Those laptops have sat down there for the last 6 years, unused, purchased for poor people to try and get some literacy and numeracy and get them in a job. They lie on the thing to shut down the program, to stop black people getting money, and we are having a discussion. Anytime anybody want to make an allegation against Anil Roberts, I'm right here.
But
right here.
But Anil Roberts, let me ask this question quickly. Now, 2 things, and one person just asked on it. How come you decided to resign from office? Or were you fired by Kamala Prasad Bissessa?
Listen to me. Well, number one, the furor that was made by all of y'all and everybody. Kamala Prasad Bissessa, if you go back, and she has not been given credit for anything. Kamala Prasad Bissessa took the position that once there was an allegation or impropriety or underneath you, she tried to uphold a high level of Westminster. You all turn around that and say the woman changed minister quick, quick, and therefore she's incompetent. But then when Rowley leaves, a man who grabbed pum, they still sitting down there. And next one at 20 charge, still sitting down there.
You're going again, eh?
It's okay. No, don't interrupt me when I'm answering that question, please, Aisha. That's very rude. You've done that 5 times.
Right.
When you don't like what are the facts, I am saying you're interrupting me.
No, I'm just saying you're staying off. You're going off the topic.
I think it's just the use of certain words, and we try to run a,
You're going off topic.
I am using the words. You cannot tell me what is
Anil, you are going off the topic. That's all I guide in your back.
Hold on, you don't need to guide me. The question was asked by a co-host, Aisha, so give me a rest now.
Yeah.
You're overdoing and you're not songing balance, my love. I'm answering your question.
Wow.
I'm answering your co-host question.
You can't please
understand it? And every time I alert you to real accusations of corruption on the Red and Ready team, you interrupted.
I have no problem with you raising it when we discussing it.
Is it not? You see, please, you're making me sound like I'm cutting. Let me answer my question, please. There is a man sitting down in the parliament still, 3 years now, after allegations of him trying to threaten and fire in a jail because she did not give him loving. And taxpayers' dollars of $150,000 were approved by Ms. Barrow, the permanent secretary, to pay the lady. That man is still in parliament. Kamala Prasad Bissessa said, Anil, with all the noise and all the articles and so on, we are trying to hold our government to a higher standard. There's nothing of your name in that. However, you are in charge, so resign and then clear up everything, and you are welcome back. I say no problem. I not fighting down no job or nothing. And then I said, listen, hold on, I'm not finished.
Go ahead.
I'm not finished. Then I said, well, if I'm not qualified or I'm not able to hold this Westminster principle of minister, I think that being a member of parliament is higher than a minister. So I will resign my seat also. I didn't hold on to no power, hold on to a seat as if I need that to breathe. I went in peace, sat down quiet. The people took the auditors to court in 2016 after 20,000 words of documents. 20,000 pages were put down in the court. The judge went through all, quashed the report as nonsensical, as not allowing even simple things that was stated, for example, that the board went against advice of the legal team. That was a total, complete lie. There was legal advice that the auditors doctored and eliminated page 3 of Lisa Solomon's advice to the board, not to the minister.
We have
why are you
I'm just telling you, we have about a
break coming up. We have a break coming up in about 60 seconds.
God bless. Next time when I want to talk a topic,
before you go, Anil Roberts,
let me just ask you. Find an accusation, an allegation against Anil, because why are you interrupting me, Aisha?
Because I want to hear from you before you go. If you can do live sport all over again, what would you do differently?
What would I do differently?
Yeah. If given the opportunity to do live sport all over again.
That's a very good question.
You was interrupting me now is a good question? You just didn't want me to answer
that's the first good question.
Anil, I have a minute. You're going to answer the question, yes or no?
Well, I'm trying. Oh, what who are you shouting at me? You shout at your man, so? No. That's a good question.
We can call him back. Let's call him back in 5 minutes then.
He don't want we call him back. He don't want we call him back. That's it. Just make your point, Anil, and come off the people.
I don't want you call him back. What is that? You made any allegation?
Anil Roberts, what would you do differently?
What would I do differently? I would ensure at all times that the auditors who were auditing I would have made more noise and shouted loud to the top and ensured that the board and so on made it known public above the lies that the audit was fraudulent and therefore the program should not have been shut down and the young black fellas should not have been denied the opportunity of a program because of lies. I would have made more noise.
20 seconds, Anil.
I would have hit the street against the audit committee who took away opportunities from 4 black children.
10 seconds,
God bless. Aisha, you balance good like a balize. God bless.
Will you call him back?
You go ahead and laugh with him.
Oh, God. I can't wait to
They talk.
You talk. Come talk with us. On the street.
919 FM. This Thursday, it's Pa Night on Iwer Stage, featuring...
Hey, what's the scene, everybody? My name is Joshua Regrello, and this Thursday, June 18th at 7 p.m., I'll be performing on Iwer Stage. So make sure and tune in, because we're going to hold a serious vibe. I'm going to get you a real sweet band. So make sure and tune in this Thursday, June 18th, Iwer Stage, 7 p.m. We outside.
Streaming live on Instagram at Iwer George, Facebook Neil Iwer George, and YouTube Iwer TV. It's Iwer Stage.
We are in this together at Dowell's Famous Foods and BQ Bites, 1 week only, starting from Sunday the 14th of June to the 21st of June. You can get plenty for 20 at Dowell's Famous Foods. Have yourself 2 pieces of mouth-watering chicken and 1 side, or 1 zesty chicken sandwich for only $20 at BQ Bites. Get yourself a grab-and-go meal for only $20. Visit Dowell's Famous Foods and BQ Bites, Port Mall, as they acknowledge we are in this together. 1 week only. 2 pieces and 1 side, $20. 1 zesty chicken sandwich, $20. 1 grab and go meal, $20. Darrell's Famous Foods and BQ Bites, Port Mall. We are in this together.
Enagic change your water, change your life. Enagic water purifier, 1 machine, 5 types of water. Enagic makes strong Kangen water with an 11.5 pH. Kangen water with 8.5 to 9.5 pH, healthy drinking and cooking water. Clean water with 7.0 pH. Beauty water for skin, hair, and plants with a 6.0 pH. Strong acid water with a 2.5 pH. This water is known to disinfect, kill viruses and bacteria. Listen to the Street 919 FM with Pastor Alkaline John every Tuesday from 11:05 a.m. to noon and every Wednesday from 8:05 p.m. to 9 p.m. as he talks to you weekly about how to improve your quality of life through purifying and drinking water. For more information, call or WhatsApp Pastor John at 516-286-7079.
Are you looking for a home care aide for an elderly parent? Maybe you're looking for a nanny or babysitter for your children. Are you looking for a housekeeper or cleaner for your home or office? Then Helping Hands Home Care is the place for you. We provide qualified home care aid, nannies, babysitters, housekeepers, and cleaners at reasonable prices. We work so you don't have to. Just send us your budget and schedule and we'll make it happen. Are you trained in home care? Do you have experience in caring for the elderly, disabled, or children? Or maybe you want to earn extra money cleaning homes and offices? Then be part of our team. We want you. Contact us today, WhatsApp or call 4838-741 to sign up. We are Helping Hands Home Care. Helping Hands Home Care. The home is where the heart is.
Yo, this is a Big Mike, not the mass man, the health man. Are you one of the 40 million people suffering with joint issues like rheumatoid arthritis or osteoarthritis? Well, you are listening to the right ad. You have the ailment, we have the remedy. Call us now on 288-8301 or 346-2612.
Don't forget to tune in right here on the street 919 FM every Wednesday from 10:05 a.m.
Performance Beatles Talk.
Every child is incredibly intelligent. Parents, reach higher. Be stronger. Join Olive Rice Clark, producer of the IBG line of educational products, right here every Thursday morning at 11:15. Get the genius out of the children. Hear how you can work with the IBG phonic program and see your children learn at least 200 times faster. Remember, IBG guarantees rapid progress for champions to turn this nation around. It's right here on 91.9 FM every Thursday morning at 11:50. For more info, call 336-3896 or 725-READ.
Come talk with us. Venus News, Hard Talk, Real Talk on the street, 919 FM.
All right, we are back. Thank you so much for staying with us. 35 minutes after the hour of 5 o'clock, we go to the phone lines and take your calls. Well, you have heard him. Anil Roberts spoke in the last 35 minutes or so and answered questions that we asked him based on the live sport. Are you comforted based on what you heard? I'm going to go to the lines. Let's see who's there. Caller, hi, good afternoon to you.
Hi, good afternoon, Aisha. Good afternoon.
Hi, how are you?
You know, I'm very good. One of the things about Anil Roberts, and I liken him to Ian Allen, with people before they entered politics, were favorites to the population. Real favorites. You know that. He had programs. People loved Anil Roberts. People loved Ian Allen. Ian Allen today, to me, is like a spectacle. Anil Roberts lost a whole set of groundwork, and I sure there's something in law called vicarious responsibility. There's no question that Anil Roberts would have been responsible, and you asked a very good question in the end that he could not answer. But in
I don't think he couldn't answer. I think he didn't want to.
Of course, and not only that, it's a problematic question to answer. It's a question that it has so much in it that Anil Roberts should have said, listen, you know what, Aisha, I would not do it again, and be honest to the population. Anil Roberts is damaged goods, and Kamala Prasad should have known better. And I want to tell you and Vern something. You see, being guilty of an offense, that's might be for the court. You see, the biggest court that could destroy you big time is the court of public opinion. You see, us out there, us out here, we could tell you that, listen, the court dismissed something on a technicality, but the ingredients that went into life sport is enough to cause a cancer in Trinidad and Tobago. Anil knows that. Auditing or what? And I'm sorry you all didn't ask him if there was an independent audit in the whole matter.
We did ask him that.
I did ask him that.
We did ask him that.
An independent audit?
Yes, I asked. No,
did he answer?
What he did say is he didn't answer the question. I asked about an independent audit and another audit done outside, because that audit was done by Kamala Prasad Bissessa's team,
right,
and that Larry Hawaii finance team. So he said there were 3 other audits, but I didn't get to ask him where they came from and who did them.
Right, those like you checking your own money to tell people that how much is out.
Yes.
My thing is that if you have an independent audit and that is more or less reputational, they'll protect protect the interests of everyone. They didn't do that. And we know fully well that Kamala Prasad, even the whole debacle of Anil Roberts and allegedly in a hotel and that kind of thing, all these things damage that fella. You know, that's one fella that is like big time in relation to his popularity in sport and his mannerisms that is unique. Today, it's loud, it's boisterous, and I don't think it would add value to any young person out there in relation to what he wanted to build on the life sport. I think life sport was a failure. The intention was good. The intention was good. But how that they run that project, it run afoul, and Anil Roberts, including Kamala Prasad Bissessa, who he praised for firing people, and who I'm telling people, Aisha and Vern, when you have to fire 20-something people from a cabinet or from your governance, it has a problem with you as to not how you. I always say this: the problem is not how much people you fire. Your problem is how much people you select in your government. That is good, and that's what's the problem. But a good interview, a nice program, but I think Kamala Prasad should have given second.
So, Rowley Jr., you thought it was balanced?
Yes, I think it was a very good interview. It was a very, very good interview, and from a perspective too, where he came online, he was very, very, to me, being Anna Roberts until he went down into a whole area of probably being Trini. I don't want to say disrespectful, but I think the fact that he's going up for a seat again.
I don't think he is, though. He didn't confirm that with us.
Well, I hope not.
Actually, he said no in the thing where he said he'll be available for service if he's called by the political leader.
No. I mean, if I was probably Dr. Rowley, I would say send him, because what those people there are damaged goods. They're not good enough to be in the public eye as somebody elected to speak in the parliament. He lost value joining the People's Partnership. Take care.
Thank you so much. Let's see who else is there. Caller, good afternoon.
Aisha Wells, good afternoon to you.
Hi, Mommy. How are you?
Good. Thank God to see you another day. Mr. X, good afternoon.
Hi, Moms. Good afternoon.
Aisha Wells, was that a conversation you're having with Anil Roberts a while ago there?
Yes, it was Anil Roberts on the line.
Aisha, you have a mouth like a closing. Aisha, but the only thing I'd like the question you're asking, you understand me? If it's it all over again, you understand me? Aisha Welch, listen to Anil Roberts, very good. Aisha Welch, you remember, I want to never forget this, right? You remember June the 10th, 2013, when Kamala Bissessa admitted to the media that the situation surrounding the award of 6.8 million contract to recover a 7-year-old fire truck bought for 2.2 million. It was a fiasco. I wonder if you remember that. Aisha Welch, are you there with me?
I'm with you, Mommy. I'm with you.
And as head of the cabinet, she was present when, listen to me, Kelly, as head of the cabinet, she was present, you understand me, when the installed 10.1 million bill was presented, you understand me? And she also, Aisha, you understand me, presided over this meeting during which cabinet was agreed to pay 6.8 million. I wonder if Anil Roberts remember those things. Aisha, I couldn't believe us having a conversation with Anil Roberts a while ago there. And you have a kind of arrogant way. You asking him something and you know, like you want to tell it this and you want to tell it that and he's going on the wrong way. He could go back at anything again. He could go back to be anything again. Anyhow, let me not say that because I don't know. They're not totally messed, you understand me? But Aisha Welch, as far as Becca's got through, am I right or wrong?
Yes, I heard she was selected.
She was selected, yes, for Mom.
Yes, but Lubric constituency.
No one has been selected as yet for Lubric.
Because
no, Lubric is still up in there.
Executive down there, not totally mess.
Well, I don't know what's happening, but you got to tell me what happened. Tell me.
Aisha, they're not totally mess. You hear what I'm telling you about? If you're pulling and tugging and pulling and tugging and pulling and tugging, you reach nowhere. Aisha, first time in my life, I see 13 people went out for screening.
And guess all get sent back.
Eh?
Well, then that is some. Well, then that should be
jobs and clowns.
Mommy, if that is the case, then that is a national party interest. All you need to go down there and find out why.
Aisha, listen to me now. You don't know why, because this one cutting up that one. Aisha, I could be working in a councillor office and ponging the PNM, this one, ponging the Prime Minister, ponging Joni Williams, ponging Foster Comment. That is all she doing down there, Irene. That is all. She more dirty. I gone. Have a good afternoon. I gone.
Play the
It's all that back and I'm going down in library.
Don't play. That's too loud. Don't play. Everybody knows we balance.
Yeah, the view, mommy, is not my view. It's not the view of Mr. X. It's not 91.9's view.
Please remember, callers are entitled to their opinion.
Caller, your life.
Yeah, Aisha, good afternoon, Mr. X.
Hey, no long we hear you when you come out.
Hi, nice to back on you.
Thank you.
With your balance program. You know, a lot of previous program. Another thing I wrote you.
You're breaking up. Stay one place. You're breaking up really badly.
I'll say, Anna, are you hearing me now?
Yes, I'll hear you better now.
Right. We was saying that Anna, what is damaged goods. Could he call back and give us his view on the former court, Darren Smith? Let me come back and ask if Darren Smith is damaged goods. Because I think the situation between Anna and Robert and Darren Smith is something similar.
Similar?
With the room business and that. So, our junior call back tell me if Darren Smith is damaged goods also. Thank you, Aisha.
Thank you so much, Papa. These callers and them. Let's take this one before we go for the break. Caller, your life.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
That interview with Anna Roberts was very predictable. Very predictable. I find him rude, insultive, and narcissistic. And I hope the UNC is really paying attention. And to add to that, he's nothing but a washwoman that knows about everybody's business. And let me tell you, with no respect due to you guys, I would really like him to be interviewed by Natalie Legault, because she is really the queen of talk. And he is not going to do that to her. He was very rude to you. But you know, Aisha, you sat with him on another radio station.
We have 10 seconds before the break, caller. You can call us back right after. We're going to go for that break now. You can call us back directly after.
This is Street Sense. Positive, anecdotal, and relevant. Street Sense is brought to you by B-Mobile. Life is on.
Over the past few months, life as we know it has changed. We continue to discover new things, how to unmask creativity, and how to quarantine our differences. We're attending concerts from our bedrooms, giving the earth a vacation and learning beyond the classroom. As we journey through this together, let's never forget all the reasons to keep believing things will get better. Be connected. Be positive. Be mobile.
Eric Williams said slavery was not born of racism. Rather, racism was the consequence of slavery. That was Street Sense. Pick sense from nonsense. Street Sense is brought to you by B-Mobile. Life is on.
Over the past few months, life as we know it has changed. We continue to discover new things, how to unmask creativity, and how to quarantine our differences. We're attending concerts from our bedrooms, giving the earth a vacation and learning beyond the classroom. As we journey through this together, let's never forget all the reasons to keep believing things will get better. Be connected. Be positive. Be mobile.
All right, we are back. We are back. Just about 13 minutes or so to the top of the hour. Let's go back to the phone lines. Caller, your life.
I shall compliment you for that interview.
Thank you.
And I ain't being no man with no party. I always talk economics. Because it's economics first. You know, some of them that say moving money. Always talk money. And I advise any woman who getting married who looking for a nice fella, don't look for them hungry man. Look for a man who financially strong, psychologically settling, and sociologically well placed. Sometimes you can say, he never do nothing for me. He's still making sure and take care of you. Right? Always make sure and understand life. And I don't make time with bad talk. I always want to listen and hear both sides and make a level decision. His idea in the life sport was fantastic. because I listened to a woman who was doing some plumbing and thing. And she was doing the plumbing, and all the young fellas stand around. None of them can do nothing. Nothing. Right? And I ain't gonna say the area. Right? And it would be so sad. And one of the things we need, one of the things should have go, and that same money should have go, and organizing the entire youth camp setting. Move the people from the toxic areas. Move them from the toxic areas, like when we went on Post President report. It had one in Sharamas, one in this other one quite down in South. Move your people from the toxic areas and have them under positivity. Music, trades, agriculture, skills, sports, all them kind of things. So they must pick up on something. Either 2 years or 3 years, right? A lot of them that are not, but they don't want them in prison. You want them in positive areas like a youth camp and help our people to get through. Because a young man must be financially strong. Because if I is a bad man, I'm looking for the illiterate ones. And most of the time when them get old, let them read. Ask them what trade they could do. Ask them for anything. And if I is a bad man, remember, most of the time I'm looking for the illiterate to use them and get rid of them. We must speak the truth. And the areas where people need help, give them the help. And to do anything like Wayne Chance, all them come and do good. A lot of people are jealous and all that. You need financial support. Let me say it again, Aisha. For our people, I the one that talk money. If I have a water problem, I look to buy my tank. I go argue with water. I'd be a fool. You have to tackle your problem with your touch yourself on the chest and say, or say it like the other people, it's me more. No government can help you. If you have a truck, you go get a contract. You have bulldozers, you go get a contract. And that's all of them who doing all the contracts right now. While the bar talk and no, talk the truth. And life is about being prosperous. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mova. Blessings. Internationally, 718-874-3860. Remember, we're also live on our Facebook page. Search us. It's The Street 919 FM. So you type in The Street 919 FM, share the live. Let's go. Caller, you're live.
Hi, good afternoon as well.
Hi, good afternoon to you.
It was painful to listen to the interview, but I listened to parts and pieces and I had to keep pushing the question because I find it was a bit insulting. But there's a question I need to ask. Do you remember when Patrick Manning was in the Prime Minister and Dr. Raleigh tried to do something for the people of Laventille and the UNC said, why are you trying to help one set of people alone? Do you recall that, Aisha, by chance?
I only remember Dr. Rowley saying in Parliament that he was accused of helping one group of people, and I think the UNC at the time was asking him what did he do for the people of Laventille. I think that is how it went, how I remember it. And he stood up and said that, I tried to do it and I was accused of helping one set of people or something like that. I'm not too sure exactly how it went down.
The general idea behind it a bit. Now, Arnold Roberts did the same thing and the UNC seemed not to have a problem with it. What level of hypocrisy is he speaking? Because they accused one of doing it and somebody else is doing it and it was okay then. I find it hypocrisy. Have a nice day.
All right, thank you so much for sharing. A few more minutes before the top of the hour. Remember, coming up at the top of the hour, we have a break to take and then we come back inside the last hour of the program. I'll continue to take your calls until then. Caller, you are live.
Hey, sorry. I'll go with you as well.
Yeah, go
and Mr. X.
Yeah, man. Blessings.
Man said a hand are more full. He's talking codes. If you listen to this man carefully, you ask the information, well, he comes to give you information. Man talking real codes. You understand? But what I have to say, it's a prison and take 54 million people in it. You end up with 2 million. 52 million was taken away from him. By who? I don't know. We should. That is food for thought. My son, you have a good day.
Thank you so much, my brother. I have room for one more caller. You are live.
Good afternoon, Aisha.
Hey, how you doing, Anderson?
Afternoon.
Well, your boy there. I listened and I came in our last Wednesday, 45 minutes.
But Aisha, the probe and all the audit and line sports. That is nothing civil. All right, that go on and we forget that. My probe and my audit as a citizen of Trinidad and Tobago is on so much of things compared to live sports. Now we talk about plenty millions in live sports and the audit and nothing in detail you're distracting me in Aisha. Right? As a citizen of this great nation. I want to audit and that 5 million in March. What Terrence Jackson, I'm calling him no spitty mouth again because I was vexed last time he said no manners. Like you know me now. So no spitty mouth for you. I want to audit on that. I want to audit on the 20 billion. For a lot of people don't know it's 20 billion. I want to audit on this whole COVID-19 situation, social-wise, into social development. To see who all this money, who it was trickling to. Also, I want to audit in Beetham and Lavantil. That 2 or 3 are taken. I want to hear 5 individuals from Lavantil call and say who had access to any grant whatsoever, whether it's 15, whether it's a food card, name it.
We have about a minute before that break, Anderson. A minute before we go for the break.
But we need to order so much of things going on right now. We need to have an audit on all these things. We looking at audit and nobody can look up in the last regime. We see 2 was arrested. That was the former AG and this attorney. But we have so much to be audited and so much to carry about. And we deal with the press and the real excuse. PNM want to run from the real excuse. Why people suffering and hungry? I shall call back.
Thank you so much. 25 seconds before that break. We're going to cross the hour of 6 o'clock and meet you on the other side.
Talk your talk.
But we know talk. Come talk with us.
The street.
919 FM.
This Thursday, it's Par Night on Iwer Stage, featuring.
Hey, what's the scene, everybody? My name is Joshua Regrello, and this Thursday, June 18th at 7 p.m., I'll be performing on Iwer Stage. So make sure and tune in, because we're going to hold a serious vibe. I'm going to get you a really sweet band. So make sure and tune in this Thursday, June 18th, Iwer Stage, 7 p.m. We outside.
Streaming live on Instagram at Iwer George, Facebook Neil Iwer George, and YouTube Iwer TV. It's Iwer Stage.
Tobago is like one big happy family, and in this time of pandemic, our family values have never been stronger. We are stronger together, Tobago, and together, with a name you can depend on, we are moving into the new normal with quality food from Chef and Barbecue.
On mornings when I'm on my way to work, I like to pass by Chef's and BBQ for a hot cow wheel soup or a bacon salt fish to start my day. And now I hear breakfast is $20, and then me I go. The staff nice too, you know. Hello, Chef's is the place to go.
Chef and Barbecue is renowned in Tobago for home-style cooking using the best Tobago has to offer and more. Visit a Chef and Barbecue near you today and get that home-cooked meal you've been missing. Call to order and pick up your meals hot and ready at Chef's and Barbecue. There's no chef like a Tobago chef.
We are in this together at Dowell's Famous Foods and BQ Bites, 1 week only, starting from Sunday the 14th of June to the 21st of June. You can get plenty for 20 at Dowell's Famous Foods. Have yourself 2 pieces of mouth-watering chicken and 1 side, or 1 zesty chicken sandwich for only $20 at BQ Bites. Get yourself a grab-and-go meal for only $20. Visit Dowell's Famous Foods and BQ Bites, Port Mall, as they acknowledge we are in this together. 1 week only. 2 pieces and 1 side, $20. 1 zesty chicken sandwich, $20. 1 grab and go meal, $20. Darrell's Famous Foods and BQ Bites, Port Mall. We are in this together.
Get interactive with the Street 919 FM.
All day, every day. See us all live on our Facebook page.
Share and comment on our show.
Like our page.
Chat with our live on-air announcers.
The Street 919's Facebook page.
Live and interactive all day, every day. The Street 919 FM.
Come talk with us.
When it comes to healthcare, you deserve the best. Do you suffer from low energy, anxiety, or constipation? Health and Wealth Lifestyle with Nicole Huggins provides you with the best services of iridology exam, blood analysis, ionic foot detox, followed by a soothing foot massage. We also provide the best organic supplements. We are located at number 73 Eastern Main Road, Barataria. Or call us at 288-1108 or 275-8359. Join us on the Street 919 FM. Every Thursday from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. for Health and Wealth Lifestyle with Nicole Huggins.
Better vision for your physical eyes, and through the eyes of faith, let healing arise in your mind, body, and spirit. At Natural Heal Ministries, we teach kingdom principles for living that brings the blessing of God to your mind, body, and soul.
NHM Professional Associates are located at number 10 Moody Stewart Street, Monrepos, San Fernando. For more info, contact Dr. Desmond Phillip at NHM on 349-3494.
NHM Professional Associates can be heard live on the Street 919 FM every Saturday from 9:05 to 9:55 a.m.
Talk your talk, but we know talk. Come talk with us. The Street 919 FM.
All right, thank you so much for staying with us. We'll take a few more calls on this and then we're going to change gears. I have another issue to talk about inside this last hour. Feel free to call me 222. We're going with 222. 342-0081 771-1791 4665391 or 718-874-3860. I'm going to read your comments as they come in. So continue to send them via our message board. Caller, you are live. Hello?
Iwisha, that interview was very disrespectful from Anna Roberts. And anytime people put God out of thought to bring back these people in power, something is wrong with our people. Right? I wouldn't send my daughter to school again, right? I'll let me show home and she will get educated. Everything free now. People, we have to wake up. These people, this man should be talking. You tell me 400 million, how much that could I do? And how much that could I do, Aisha? 400 live water treatment for them millions of dollars. Nobody tell a millionaire down here. Right? People time to wake up, you know. Anytime these people come back and power, something wrong with us. You are telling you? People go out and vote. Young people wake up. Trinidad and Tobago wake up. Our life is on the line, our children's life. Aisha, nice program.
Thank you so much, brother. Peace and blessings. All right, let me read some comments. James Brown says, good afternoon to you, Aisha. Very, very beautiful interview. You held your composure. You have grown immensely. I am very proud of you. Because of you, it did not dissolve into a shouting match. Keep up the good work, young lady. You're on the right path. Thank you so much. Hi, caller, you're live. Good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon, Aisha.
Good afternoon, my dear.
First I'm calling on this program with 3K. I wanted to understand why men speak when they have something to say. Who speak because they want to say something. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. All right, let's take another one. Michael Fitzpatrick said a very special good afternoon to you, Aisha. You continue to be the queen of talk. Don't study anyone else. We always fight down our own. I'm not surprised persons would choose someone who doesn't belong here over you. Caller, okay, let me say this text and get it out the way. There is no competition between me and any other female talk show host. Natalie Lagore is my friend, and she is one of this country's top talk show hosts. I am very proud of her the same way she is proud of me. We don't have any issues, we don't have any problems, we never had before and we won't have now. persons are entitled to their opinions, and I expect people will have favorites. You know, like how I like chocolate ice cream and other people may like vanilla. It happens. But let's not dissolve into that type of conversation. It's not about bringing animosity, but it's about just highlighting the issues. Natalie is good. She is one of the best, and I would never take that away from her. All right? So it's not who's playing who against who. I don't do that here. Let's go back to the lines. Caller, you're live.
Good evening to Mr. X and Aisha.
Hi.
I listened to Annie Roberts. But you know, Annie Roberts can never impress me. He's a loudmouth. He tries to be on top of any conversation he's in. He don't want to listen. He just wants to blab. And that was what went on this evening. But you know, Annie Roberts knows that report that Mrs. Bishop placed on the Parliament floor, that was responsible for him being able to talk the way he's talking now. And the judge in his summation said this supposed to be taken back to the DPP, to the office of the DPP. The judge said that in his summation. So all Annie Roberts making this set of noise and carrying on. I heard him on another interview a couple days ago. Come on, Annie Roberts. You disregarded yourself already, man. You don't have no kind of... You can't tell nobody nothing. Mrs. Bishop tried to wash you up and bring you to the back door. But I wonder if you realize that back door closed. So now put on board. So I don't know what you're making all this noise about. But nobody had nothing on you. If nobody had nothing on you, you're making all that noise for. Cool yourself. Just cool yourself and let's see what happens. You know, don't try to live your dream before you sleep. You had to sleep first before you live your dream. And I'm very sorry for you. You couldn't help it but going on Dallas Smith. He had to face these things. He committed, he crying, he had to face these. I see nothing wrong in that. You understand? But you coming out and everything. I listened to him speak to you, Aisha. He want to cover you, don't want you say nothing. He alone must, and that is a guilty man in my book.
Well, I don't know if he's guilty or if he's innocent, I'm saying. I attempted to get to the bottom of the story. I wanted to hear his side and we heard it. But thank you so much for sharing. I'll take 2 more calls on this issue before I switch gears. I really want to talk about something else and I know you would want to as well. So let's see who's there. Caller, you are live.
Yeah, so with the gentleman there, I thought the judge to take back the matter to the DPP. I never heard that one before. I don't know what he's talking about. I want to hear previous caller talking something about the money with life sports. I saw $9 billion wasted on the Malcolm Jones with the GTL plant. You know how much could I do with that $9 billion? I thought million we're talking about another billion. Because I do so much more with that money. And then the Attorney General, he wanted to resurrect this thing with Annie Roberts. But he went into the court and dropped the Malcolm Jones matter. So it means to say PNM is scotch-free, but you want to attack UNC people. Thank you, Aisha.
Thank you so much for sharing, my brother. Let's take another one. Caller, you are live.
Aisha, I know Central give you 2 calls on that issue. One, he was trying to compare Anil Roberts' situation with that of the Minister of Sports under the PNM. Now, that's one of the things we're trying to get away from in the politics. And that's what UNC won on, tit for tat. Dr. Rowley would not be satisfied that if I do something wrong, you are trying to compensate with a wrongdoing. So, all right. So, the former Minister of Sports, something that happened in the court where 150,000 was given to a lady and that type of thing. He's a backbencher today. In other words, Dr. Rowley didn't fire him. In fact, he fired him, but he couldn't really take him away from the whole question of representation because he was elected. But that's the thing. We tend to deal with the wrongdoing in a different way, and that's what makes Dr. Rowley a little more organized, it's how he runs his government than Kamala Prasad. So if you have damaged goods, it's not that we're going to protect Daryl Brown, I think is his name.
No, his name is Daryl Smith.
Daryl Smith. Daryl Brown is your runner. We wouldn't protect him in that way. And the other thing, again, Mr. Central, you're still going back to Malcolm Jones. Malcolm Jones was debated on in 2010. UNC won. And in 2015, they debated him again and lost. And I don't know if you're not getting the information from your workshop. You can't come in 2020 and talk to about Malcolm Jones. You have to, again, go back to your cottage meeting. You're not getting the information to come on this program because we're going to meet you head on. Next program, Aisha. Next topic, I mean.
Excellent. Thank you. All right, so we can safely put this to rest, can we? Let me read a few comments before we go. Legacy Guy says, clients have a huge juggernaut school, literally chock full of resources in almost any area of endeavor to play with, yet prefer to play the fool. Reina Maria Diaz said, that's my girl. While Peacefully said, I love how you calmly address that issue, Aisha, in relating to what I said about Natalie. Malcolm Jones ain't thief no money, and that plant is now up and running, says Roll Knight. Sweet Bandy says, good afternoon. And Joyce Price says, Daryl Smith just did like pum pum. Lord Father. Olia, ease me. Let me take this one. Caller, you alive.
Oh, thank you very much, Sister. Well, I didn't hear your interview.
Where you was?
Nah, Mister, I was outside. I would have loved to hear that.
What? Man. I would expect you to go up in arms.
I missed that. Yeah, because after Pastor Google Day today, he had to come to defend himself. But to the man, where you call him?
Central caller.
Central.
Mm-hmm.
I want Central to understand something. What is the name of the Queen's Council that we brought here? Between he has to answer between the past Attorney General and Mr. Ramdeen. What's his name?
Vincent Wilson Nelson.
So Mr. What name? We call him Central. Go back and find out why we have a man that was a Queen's Counsel had to submit when the money went to England and the answer we get the money. That is why we have your past Attorney General and his sidekick. The man who we became famous. Remember the kidnapping Aisha Wells, about the man who kidnapped the people and take them into the rainforest? Remember that? He was the attorney at that point in time. That's how Ramdeen became famous. You don't remember that kidnapping?
What was the guy's name?
Well, I can't remember his name. Now,
it was a long, old time thing, like long before I was born?
Nah, that just recently, the man kidnapped a mother, daughter,
really?
And a baby, yes, and went in the boat. In Las Cuevas, the army and police went looking for him for many days. Gerald Ramdeen went and represented the family at that point. I think he was in office. That is how he became famous. But he eventually became more famous with Vincent Nelson, Mr. Webb, partner. So before you do any investigation, we don't want them no more. All that story they give about Mr. Manning and come back and leave with a budget of 65 billion and the worst corruption we have ever seen in the history of Trinidad and Tobago with the highest oil price ever. So, wherever your name is, go and sleep now. Miss Wells, enjoy your evening.
Thank you so much.
Hear your next line.
You might like that as well.
I like you too, but enjoy your evening.
You see how you trappy? You see how you're trappy? All right, caller, you live.
Aisha Wells, good afternoon to you.
Hey, Kunji, where you come up?
I did listen to the program from the beginning. I like the... Mr. X, good afternoon to you.
Yes,
I like the name of the program, Balance Mode, a bunch of hypocrite callers.
So wait now, you didn't find the interview with Anil Roberts was balanced?
Yes, very balanced. I said the name of the program is Balance, but with a bunch of hypocrite callers.
But why would you call my callers hypocrites? That making sense?
Thank you. Live sport, right?
Yeah.
Aisha was had about 220 something or 70 something African youth was in a program called Live Sport. I think I remember paying them $1,500 a month. They have 3 square meals. Hello?
Yes, I'm hearing you, COP.
3 square meals a day. Now these are fellas from in the ghetto, from in the block, from in the corner. They're doing nothing so long as smoking marijuana. Many of them stop smoking marijuana because they wanted to get in the program. Today we don't have the program. Is about 17 of them are alive today. Now these mothers and fathers contented with that. What kind of sick parents just think like that?
And the people that who come in now are Anna Roberts. Anna Roberts more educated than them, more successful than them. Me no fan of Anna Roberts now. Me no fan of Anna Roberts. More successful than them. How these people and them know to tell people, advise the politician what they could do, but they can't advise themselves to go forward in life. I said, well, it's just me, the stick to be song and so. I said, well, it have evidence, it have allegation, it have evidence by which part taxpayers' money was spent. And the Darrell Smith matter. This is evidence. You know, these same mothers and fathers that calling and condemning Anna Roberts. You know, they're not condemning the last sports minister. You know, they're not condemning, them hiding up that and blocking that, and then they want that information come out. What type of parents do those things? What type of parents who do those things? 90% of the children fall out the jailhouse today. And for that to stop, they have to take that sick way of thinking. If Anna Roberts or anybody wants to be part of a political party, well, you have to condemn because of this whole week. I hear Anna Roberts and we don't want him and we don't want him and it's nasty and in Tunapuna we don't want him. They will never vote for Anna Roberts. But what type of parents call a radio station and condemn successful person in that manner? What type of people do those things? See, I hear them saying people and them saying worse about Dr. Keith Rowley when he and Patrick Manning are a big fighter. I hear them saying people them saying worse right here on this radio station. Saying worse about the honorable Prime Minister. And today they love him. That is their democratic right. But are they like dogs eating their own vomit? Hello?
COP, I had to go. Thanks. All right, so I'm definitely switching gears now. So Trinidad and Tobago, I'm looking at a statue in Port of Spain of less than an hour ago. Christopher Columbus, the statue at Tambron Square in South Key, Columbus Square, has been defaced. According to the photo, a sign was placed directly under it, labeled murderer, and a lot of red, looks like tape, is around the statue. As you know, there have been calls for the statues across Trinidad and Tobago to be removed. According to the Express story dated June 11th by Michel Lubon, statues that reflect evil of Trinidad and Tobago's colonial past should be replaced in museums. This is the view of Professor Emeritus of History at the St. Augustine campus of the University of the West Indies, Dr. Brimsley Samaru. And St. Augustine's campus historian Dr. Jerome T. Loxing is of the opinion there is a need for a public referendum on the issue. In an interview with the Express on Wednesday, Samaru said he should remove, or rather, let me take that again, we should remove a number of statues here that reflects the evil of colonialism. I don't think they should be cast into the sea, but placed in a museum in which plaques beneath them. The issue of removing statues has again come into the public domain after the Black Lives Matter movement, following the killing of an African-American, George Floyd, in Minneapolis, Minnesota, USA, by white police officers in the last few days. Statues such as slave trader Edward Colston was toppled in Bristol, England. In Richmond, Virginia, USA, a statue of Christopher Columbus was torn down by protesters and cast into a lake. Both events has caused social commentators and citizens to revisit whether this country should seriously consider the removal of statues and street names that are synonymous with figures from the nation's colonial past. Local history is replete with such individuals, including slave owners Thomas Picton, World War II hero Winston Churchill, and World War I General Lord Kitchener. Caribbean historians, including Sir Hilary Beckles and Dr. Heather Cato, have been revisiting the historiography and the Eurocentric representations of colonialism, slavery, and indentureship. Late Calypsonian mighty shadow Winston Bailey also lent his voice on the discussion about genocide, which classic Columbus lie. So, this is what we're discussing Christopher Columbus has been defaced and a sign has been placed under his statue in downtown Port of Spain, opposite Tamron Square, calling him murderer. Yes, they are calling for the removal of colonial statues. Do you agree with this, listeners? Do you think it's time to pull the curtains down on our colonial past?
Yeah, it's time to get rid of the slavery conversation all over the country.
Do you think it's time to take these statues down?
Yes. You see, because those statues were placed there to pay homage to these people who, through particular history books that were written, made us feel as though they were champions of our cause. When in truth and in fact, it was really, I would say, landmarks of ownership and colonialism. Even though these people were not the people who really and truly discovered Trinidad, Tobago, and all the other places in
Okay, I hear you, but can I have a different view?
Of course.
I understand what the statue and street names signify, but are we trying to rewrite history? And if so, are we trying to rewrite our history?
Yes.
Because this is part of our history, whether we like it, whether we don't like it, whether we think he's a murderer, whether we think he's a discoverer, it was history.
Mm-hmm.
And in my view, those things mark our history.
Mm-hmm.
How is moving it signifying or tying into Black Lives Matter or Trinidadians Matter? So, we getting rid of these statues in order to do what exactly? What would that do?
Well, one of the schools of thought is that these statues are really symbols of slavery and keep people to remember a certain amount of oppression that went on. And it may be a case where we have to recognize that none of the true ancestors have gotten any of this homage or any of this recognition or statue placing and street naming and stuff like that. So I think it may be a case that we have to understand what impact those statues have on the history.
I hear that. I really do. But our people went through slavery. We were enslaved, and history cannot be rewritten. But moving out of slavery and being a successful people that we are, I don't think we need to dwell on the past in order to prove how great we are.
Well, I mean, I think it's really a cry for a better representation of the past. But again, I understand that point for all its worth. And I really and truly would have liked to hear from the Emancipation Support Committee on it, and because I've worked closely with them before, and part of the conversation they were having for the last 5 to 10 years, especially in this decade of African, this is coming to the end of this decade of people of African descent. There's been no recognition.
I think our people focus on non-issues, and I'll tell you why. Instead of they clamor for reparations for the atrocities done to African people, or they clamor for repatriation for those who want to go back to the motherland, or they clamor for a piece of land so the Emancipation Support Committee could stand side by side with Inshan Ishmael and his corporation on the highway alongside the Gopio and all these other associations. We clamoring to remove a statue.
Yeah.
And I'm saying, how is that going to affect our people? In my view, the statue is the least of our problems. Let me put it that way.
Okay, I could understand that.
Having it there or not having it there will not change what has happened to us and how we have moved on since then and how we are a progressive people. But we cannot have progress if we clamoring about nonsensical issues. Removing a statue, okay, and after we take it down, does that give us a piece of land? Does that give us repatriation? Does it give us reparations? Is that going to make us identify with us being a better people, a progressive people? How is that going to level our playing field? How is that going to make us all inclusive? How are we going to take that to the bank?
It should be part of a greater plan, I believe, because I was saying that about the protests, and it's What is the purpose? What's the end result of the protest? It has to be part of a greater plan. It had to be part of some greater...
So far, we're calling for removing statues.
And that's it.
We're following the guideline of America, clearly.
But who is leading these protests and these action in Trinidad?
Different groups, because this particular call is being held by those at the University of the West Indies alongside the Waro community in Arima, who were the Amerindians. Of course, they were significantly affected by Columbus's arrival.
Right.
But I just think we're having the wrong conversation.
It has to, no, and
we could clamor to move the statues, yes, but what does that really do for us as a society?
It has to be part of a greater plan.
Or we only want to move it because they're moving it all over the world.
And that's where I have a problem with the bandwagonist part.
I want to take a few calls on this. I've given my view. X has given his view. Feel free to call us.
342-0081. I see you calling it all night, so I'll
Go ahead.
342-0081. 342-0081. 466-5391. 466-5391. WhatsApp is 771-1791. 771-1791. Or internationally 718-874-3860.
Caller, you live.
Hi, good evening, Mr. S.
Yes, good evening.
Hi.
I believe people who are leading these protests here, that is making no sense for me. They just follow fashion. They're going to just follow fashion thing with what the world do it. Here what we can lobby for, and we're not doing that. If the police shoot a youth man, everybody call in, the opponent, this, that, the other. And just as you said at the beginning of your program, a 15-year-old boy got killed. But then here what? All of us, including you, myself, will contribute to the why. All over the country, that are youth men not going to school. We see in them. What are we going to our government for to say what we could do for these youths to come up the streets and make it happen? Because all of us live in the areas. What are we doing? Are we approaching these youths, questioning them? Listen, so and so, there's a better way. You just been on the road. If you end up losing your life, you end up with your own company. What are we doing in relation to that? Black Lives Matter? Unless we come together as a people and see all the ills and come up with proper ideas and solutions to make it a better country, when we spinning this thing up in mud. I don't want to follow nothing pertaining to the United States. I tell people, the only thing America good for, you can go up there, shop, and come back. You can't even go there to spend a good vacation. Waste of time. I look on our listen.
Thank you so much. Let me take it after to Hip Check. She says, I totally agree with you, Aisha. Well said. There is more than meets the eye to the Black Lives Matter movement. I hear you. But I just think we running down the wrong train. In Trinidad and Tobago, the Emancipation Support Committee still don't have a home. Emancipation coming another year, and another year they're going to beg to use the savannah. There is no grounds. We don't have any place to congregate. You know, I passed down by Insha and Ishmael and them the other day, and I have nothing with them. I have nothing at all with them. But they built a nice swimming pool, and they have a nice rock climbing thing where their children can go and swim and climb rocks, and there's a food court where they are doing business on that piece of land. Right next door to them is the National Action for Indian Culture, I think, is what they are called. And they have their land there, and then they have their shops where they do their expos, and you know they have their festivals, and people patronize. And I'm saying, okay, but where is our land?
And that is what.
After 60 years, we moving on from independence. We so ready to remove the statues. Okay, but where is our piece of the pie?
And that's where I think the conversation have to go, is what are we going to do? What are we going to do
No, we're moving
next?
statues. Let me continue the statue talk. Caller, you're live.
Aisha, I agree with you 100%. And but I think it has started the conversation where many of us may not have seen it, because presently I'm in a group with 20,000 people of African descent in Trinidad. And they have put up their businesses and all those things so we can start that conversation. So while the statue is there, it should remind us of where we don't want to be again. So, because I had a problem when they removed the name of the Trinity Cross, because it was part of our history. But it has started the conversation, and I don't want it to just be about a moving a statue. It must be more. Thank you, Aisha.
Thank you so much. Let's take another one before we go for that break. Caller, you're live.
Aisha?
Yes?
You know what I find with this moving a statue? That is a copycat thing. They realize all over the world that they're pitching down statue in sea and throwing statue all over the place. So they want to do the same thing. Trinidad like to want a damn copycat thing. You understand? The statue of them ain't afraid nobody. From our days in school, not you was a child to me. In my days at school, I know about Christopher Columbus in 1498 when he discovered Trinidad and whatever he meet the Amerindians and whoever he meet there. I know all these things. And that is trademark that they have there. The statue ain't interfered nobody. But to see what's going on in America, in England, all over the world. So Trinidad want to do the same thing too. They have more things to study than the pulling down statue. I find so.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Let's take another one. Caller, you're live. Caller? Caller, you there? Okay, you're not ready yet. Caller, you're live.
Actually, good afternoon there. I'm a person caller to your program.
Where you calling me from?
Actually, we like to want a copycat in this country. Actually, look what's going on in this country. I tried to put it in the American embassy and then a killer youth and right here in Benmont. Look right in Arima here, a killer youth. Actually, we're really good on people. Actually, we not protest for that. Asha, have a blessed and pleasant day.
Thank you, caller. All right, let me take this one quickly, caller. We just have 50 seconds before the break.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, 50 seconds before the break.
Salon by David Mohammed place there. We're doing very good. Give him that piece salon and let me extend that place and organizing the colleges. Positivity for the black man. That's what we want. And if on the highway have to put a piece, organize something for the Emancipation Support Committee and let them stop spending the money in excitement, wasting time. Investment is what we want.
Thank you, Mova. Call me back after the break. We're going to go for that break. We're coming back with this conversation. We'll continue. Yeah, we will continue.
Let's talk on the street.
The official station that defends the nation. This Thursday, it's Pa Night on Iwer Stage, featuring...
Hey, what's the scene, everybody? My name is Joshua Regrello, and this Thursday, June 18th at 7 p.m., I'll be performing on Iwer Stage. So make sure and tune in, because we're going to put a serious vibe. I'm going to get you a real sweet band. So make sure and tune in this Thursday, June 18th, Iwer Stage, 7 p.m. We outside.
Streaming live on Instagram at Iwer George, Facebook Neil Iwer George, and YouTube Iwer TV. It's Iwer Stage.
With changes in operations due to COVID-19, over 10,000 TNTech customers have signed up to pay their bill online and receive bills by email. Commercial and residential customers, do business with TNTech online today. Sign up at www.ttec.co.tt/CWA.
This is Wayne Delamore, Head Consultant and Director of Natural Health Solution. With over 15 years of experience in clinical nutrition and microscopy, we specialize in early detection and prevention. We incorporate evidence-based nutrition and science-driven analysis. Tune in to our educational program every Wednesday right here on the street, 91.9 FM. For appointments, call 222-2189 or 304-5816. At Natural Health Solutions, we offer a natural solution to healthy living.
Join Wayne Delamore on Wednesdays from 9:15 a.m. to 9:45 a.m. right here on the street, 919 FM.
We are in this together at Dowell's Famous Foods and BQ Bites 1 week only, starting from Sunday the 14th of June to the 21st of June. You can get plenty for 20 at Dowell's Famous Foods. Have yourself 2 pieces of mouth-watering chicken and 1 side, or 1 zesty chicken sandwich for only $20 at BQ Bites. Get yourself a grab-and-go meal for only $20. Visit Dowell's Famous Foods and BQ Bites, Port Mall, as they acknowledge we are in this together. 1 week only. 2 pieces and 1 side, $20. 1 zesty chicken sandwich, $20. 1 grab and go meal, $20. Darrell's Famous Foods and BQ Bites, Port Mall. We are in this together.
Tune in to Shaman's Path every first and third Friday from 10:05 to 10:35 a.m. for hidden truths, wise sayings, current events based on prophecies and shamanic healing methods. Call 496-1471 or log on to shamanezra.com. This program is brought to you through the kind courtesies of Kudo Herbal Health, distributors of Kudo Alkaline Water, which assist with your pH balance and promoting a healthy lifestyle. We also engage in medical, massages, and therapy. For more info, call 722-2614.
Renting a car in Tobago should be quick, affordable, and easy. Wow. Here at Oni Rentals, we make the process as simple as possible by using our easy e-sign-up. Yep, we can sign you up from just about anywhere using our tablets. See? All done. And everything goes straight into the cloud. Yeah, you're on your way. Are you coming to Tobago? Book your car rental with us and enjoy the most affordable rates in Tobago. But hurry, because cars go pretty fast. Call 361-1042. That's 361-1042. One more time, 361-1042. O'Neill Auto Rentals, Tobago, taking you further.
This is Reverend Dr. Glenroy Frank inviting you to tune in every Monday evening at 6:15 for the Light and Life Outreach Program. This program is sponsored by the People's Pentecostal Church, so come join us live and hear this word of God that is able to build and to strengthen your life. The Light and Life Outreach Program every Monday, 6:15. God bless you.
Wondering what's for lunch or dinner? Jenny's on the Boulevard has lots of specials for you from May 11th to May 23rd. Enjoy 10% discount for groups of 5 orders or more and pickup orders of $500 or more. 10% off with valid ID, police, army, and other emergency services. 20% off all government ministry orders. 30% off desserts. Grab and go mini assorted desserts, $60. 30% off beers and fruit drinks. Free delivery on orders over $300. 10% discount for orders over $500. Free delivery plus 10% discount for orders over $1,000. Choose from our famous Chinese-style express buffet, the American menu, burgers, ribs, and more. Italian menu, pasta, and more. Opening daily between the hours of 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Call us today at 625-1807, 395-3757, or 488-8800. Take out, curbside pickup, or delivery available. Jenny's on the Boulevard for all your Chinese, American, and Italian needs.
Come talk with us. Real issues, hard talk, real talk on the street, 919 FM.
Yeah, so people, we are back, and remember, it is happening again. This weekend is going to be a big, big weekend on Iwer Stage, on Iwer TV, on Iwer Facebook, on Iwer YouTube. Trust me, people, right here, Street 919 FM, the Iwer Stage continues a series of concerts. Remember, it's all about, making sure you keep alive with the culture. Thursday, Pan Night, of course. Joshua Regrello is going to be here, and every Thursday it seems to be Pan Night, and it's excellent, really, really good work. Look out for that happening this Thursday. All shows start at 7 p.m. On Friday, the holiday, Calypso Night with Devon Seals and Mr. Shaq, real hard-hitting Calypso. That is going to be big. Mr. Shaq, live right here, people. And of course, on Saturday, the show we've all been waiting for, the soca distancing. Let the soca heal your virtual soul. This is going to really be a real soca healing concert. Neil Iwer George, Patrice Roberts, Mr. Killer, Olatunji, Swappy, Hitman, Super Blue, Marsville, Nessa Preppy, Prince Swanee, Cassie, Ade Samaru, Drupati, Trinidad Killer, Father Fox, Freezy, College Boy Jesse, Anil Beam, Rakesh Yankaran, Hemlata, Rishi, Shiny, and the RG Band all are going to be on one Iowa stage. It's going to be streamed live into your home. That is happening on Saturday. Sunday, of course, Comedy Cook-Up is going to continue. Remember, it's streamed live on Instagram at Iwer George and at the Street 919 FM. On Facebook, Neil Iwer George page and the Street 919 FM. On YouTube, Iwer George. And of course, it's Iwer TV looking for on YouTube. And Street Online. The concert is free, but if you wish to make a little donation to the guests, to the artist, make sure and do that. Of course, remember, this is supported by Tuco, taking care of business through our music. And for you Eastern Credit Union members, remember the credit union is letting all of its members, there's a change to office hours for all branches, which includes Sangre Grande, Arima, Tunapuna, St. Joseph, Port of Spain, Shogun, San Fernando, and Tobago. Monday to Thursday, you can check them out at 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. On Fridays, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. to 5. Please know that the Barataria branch remains closed at this time in adherence with social distancing protocols. We apologize for any inconvenience caused and encourage members to utilize all online services. Download the mobile app, get it from Google Play. There are lots and lots of options. You don't have to always go into a branch, but if you must, please take a note of those hours: 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Monday to Thursday, Fridays 8 to 1, and then they close for lunch and reopen at 3 p.m. All right, remember to be a part of it. All right, so that is Eastern Credit Union. We want to say thanks, and for those of you looking out for the pastor tomorrow, we do have a change in programming. For your information, Pastor Job will be on from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. That is the GPA man, the Gap man. He's going to be on. The GPA man, he's going to be on from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. tomorrow. Only tomorrow. Pastor Job, for those of you looking out for that information, check it out right here on Street 919 FM.
We are back and we stay with the phone lines. I see you on the phone line. Caller, good evening. Good evening, caller. Caller, you there? Not ready. Caller, hi, good evening.
Good evening again, Aisha and Vern. This is a wonderful conversation. But you know what, Aisha? Now, I don't think it's copycat. And people have to understand what could trigger situation, what situation could trigger people's movement, policy. The cause of George Floyd's death in the U.S. has not only triggered people in Trinidad and Tobago with respect to Confederacy and so on,
to the removal of things belonging to the Europeans. And Aisha, you know, I have looked, I told people about 100 and something videos. And I noticed that I am proud of police officers here. The U.S. police officers are not so smart at all. And to me, the African Americans, they go through what you call systemic racism. It's bad. We don't have it here. What we have here is really a sort of we have what you call bias. We could have a bias. We could have things where people could end up, because you having money, you could end up in a circle and probably get off. I want to be careful here. If it is, we have to remove things like statues and so on of European people. Let it go. I'm hearing African sounding people saying, leave it alone, Columbus. Columbus was a violent man. When they wanted to remove the name of the King George V Park, I think, and name it for Nelson
Mandela Park.
African people complaining. So it's something wrong with us. And we have to understand why you have to have that removal of European names. You remember General Commission Street in town? Move it from Queen Street to General. We complain. And you know why? Because we don't understand. And I'm in total agreement with you in relation to getting somewhere for the Emancipation Support Committee. But mind you, they need to have a little more teeth to really push African people. And really and truly, I am...
You think it's easy to push African people?
Sure, we could be pushed. But here's something. Remember, it's sort of diverse, because there are people in Trinidad, African people, who don't really... they're not very concerned about African people development. They are like honorary whites, with the circle and everything. It's kind of like, when you look at Professor Kojo is a man I depended on to really change your conversation about African people. Who he ended up being? A lover of a Satmaraj. Nothing is wrong with it, you know. But Satmaraj he left a good legacy. Where is Kojo's? So there's a lot of work to be done, and if it's good, I'm sure you would know that the Black Caucus movement was going pretty good. People followed it until they fall away. So we are easy to be led. You just have to be strong, and we'll follow you. But I am saying that is the conversation right now. And before I go, African people have to understand that when they give you things, it's not giving you things for the people striving for your development. Your development could help the people who are in charge. Your development could help the people who are in charge to give you more. Take care. All the best.
All the best. Thank you. Caller, you with us. Good evening.
Yes, hi. Good evening.
Good evening.
Aisha and Mr. X.
Evening.
Listeners, I have a little problem concerning, and that only I agree with you, Aisha, concerning the statues, but also they wanted to change the names of sheep.
Caller?
Again, with the people who live in the area.
Yeah.
Because it is a costly exercise.
Your internet is really bad, caller. We wanted to hear you, but we couldn't. I'm sorry. Caller, you're live.
I said,
Hi.
Hey.
Most people in Trinidad, right, don't really understand the history behind the names of the street in Port of Spain. The main street in Port of Spain, when you pass the flyover coming down, where you meet Piccadilly, where you meet Downtown, where you meet Nelson, Charlotte, you're talking about Henry, you're talking about Frederick, you're talking about Chacon. All these are slave masters under colonialism. And these names are put there to remind us, for those who know. I love change. When they changed the Queen Street to General Penny Commission Street, I endorse that. When they changed King George V Park to Nelson Mandela Park, I endorse that. I believe they can do that throughout the country and just put this into our schools and give us proper history. And we have icons here who have died and gone, and their legacy don't live on, and they were really good to the country. So I endorse change, I believe they should change all these streets and put names as icons of person in our country.
Thank you. The lines are open. We continue to take your calls. Just a few more minutes left of the program. I want to hear you weigh in on the issue. We're talking about the call to remove statues across Trinidad and Tobago and to rename streets. What's your position on the issue? Caller, good evening.
Good evening again. Mr. X, good evening.
Yes, good evening.
Didn't realize you were there when I called first.
Oh, I was out of the room when you called.
He was out of the room when you called.
All right. Ma'am, this is not... If you notice, Christopher Columbus has been fenced around. Have you noticed that?
Yes, I noticed.
This is not something that African people have been crying for today. You know, somebody pass and knock off his nose first.
Yeah.
Right. This is something black people have been crying for since I know myself as old as I am for years. But there has always been the minority, and we are afraid to make noise to upset, because there were East Indian program said to the listeners, since they want to do all of that and change the street name and change this and change that, then they have European names, then they have to change the name.
Wow, that was a low blow.
We are living in, and here the radio is considered a multicultural radio station. So you know, if the government was to go along the road that we are referring to, what would happen? Instead of we protest, we might end up like the Englishman in England trying to save a East Indian from a group of black people. Enjoy the evening, nice.
Thank you so much for sharing. I tell you, stop listening to them radio stations, you know. They just send up your pressure. I just listen to them sometimes, like if I'm out late and I want to drive home and I need something to keep me up while I'm driving, because that's the only talk radio on. And I must say, I have changed from that now, but I used to be a talk show junkie. All on a weekend when you see I can't hear talk, I'd listen to BBC, eh? That's me, eh? I love it. I listen, I had it bad. At night, I used to have to sleep with the TV on just to hear the talking. Okay. That's how bad I had it.
That's my dad.
I have since changed away from that now, luckily. And I'm saying, I just hear he battling with them on a night time, and I say, but why he don't go in the bed? You can't win. You can't win. Why do you go there and battle with them? Why? You alone know. Caller, your life.
No, Aisha, I listen to you on full respect to talk shows. Nothing is wrong, with that. BBC, and when you get a chance, look at Al Jazeera. There's something called head-to-head.
Really?
Love that. I love Al Jazeera.
I've never heard of head-to-head, but I'll check it out.
Listen, head-to-head. There's a lot of interesting. The other day they had it on the whole question of the question of the English and these people who come into the country and that type of thing, and with the Nigerians, the Polish, and all this sort of thing. And they were kicking against it. And they had a very, very good interview with a writer, a professor, and different people in the audience. And it came right on the heels of this same George Floyd matter. So there are a lot of things that have awoken the world in relation to George Floyd with Europeans and other people.
Rowley Jr. are warning you about going there and battling with them people at a night time on that radio station. You two just go over there looking for your trouble, eh?
Yeah, we just want to put them in the place because some of the things they don't know now. You know what it is, Aisha? You know we stop me and my father that conversation.
And listen now, you and he just be tag teaming. How will you just do that? As you come off, he just come on.
That's my boy. You're easy. And you know we sound like we have the same voice, eh?
Yeah, you do. You definitely do.
Take care.
All right. It has some callers that are radio talk show callers.
Yeah, they're there for
every
that.
show, you know.
Remember, Father's Day is almost here, people, so let's show that so much we care. You can check out D&M Wireless in New City Mall. Remember, New City Mall is open. Of course, number 3 Charlotte Street and 41 Independence Square. 2 entrances. Grand prize of a Bluetooth headset just for shopping. To be eligible, though, you must spend $150 or more in the store. Father's Day is this weekend. Go get something for that at D&M Wireless. Yeah.
Thank you. Caller, you're live. Hello,
good evening.
Caller, you there? All right, not ready. So we'll take a few more. We'll definitely take a few more as we get ready to get out of here. Let me read some of your comments as well for those of you who are sending it to us online. I'll do that after this call. Caller, you live?
Hello?
He's there. Caller, you live?
Hello, good evening.
Yeah.
Good evening, Aisha, and good evening, Mr. X.
Hi, good evening.
Hi, how are you?
Okay, I will wait for the government to open back all these youth camps.
Okay.
That is something wonderful I would like them to do. In the next 5 years, whoever will be in government, see those youth camps need to be opened back. And that gentleman that spoke there was Rowley Jr. He's his name. I always see him on radio.
Yeah, that's Rowley Jr.
Right. I believe he need to talk about this for us too, because his voice has been heard a lot on radio, and I respect him. He just brings some real good views, and I would like him to speak about that. These youth camps opening back, and let us have all these trades for these young fellas.
Thank you, caller. Let me take this one quickly. Caller, you're live. The clock is on us. Caller? Hello? Caller, you there? I don't know. I'm not hearing this call at all. So, Lorena Disser says, I swear to God, that is me. I'm a talk show junkie. I need to hear talking to relax my mind at night. Saturday afternoons is the worst to listen to. Well, Gil, try and find something else. That used to be me, eh? Caller, you're live.
Yeah. Good evening, Aisha. We're happy to have you back.
Thank you. How you doing?
I'm okay, thank you. Aisha, well, you know, there's a whole saying that ignorance is bliss. It is folly to be wise. You know, so people prefer to live in ignorance than to have knowledge and know exactly where they're going. You know, it's like a task. It's like a job. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you see, we didn't have nothing to do with the naming of the streets and the squares and putting up the statues and all of that. Because these things were related to slave masters and slave traders and all of that. But now that we have the knowledge and we can talk about it and do something about it, you know, what we're seeing is that people have a sort of resentment about changing things, you know, but change is good.
Thank you.
And that's my humble contribution. I think.
Thank you for your humble contribution. So we're getting ready to shut things down. You're closing?
Well, I just want to say, you know, in terms of this Black Lives Matter, if you are making a genuine input into the matter, make sure it has some result, you know, to carry us somewhere. You know, it must have some principles that we will get some kind of legacy to leave our children with, that you'll leave something that will really be impactful, you know. And if you want to make an impact, you have three main things to remember: discipline, production, and tolerance. Put it in your mind, put it on your lips, put it into practice.
We're out of time. As I usually say, TNT, do a good deed today. Until tomorrow, when we come with something else, something new, something hot on the official station that defends the nation, the Street 919 FM. Have a good one.
They talk. You talk. Come talk with us. On the Street 919 FM.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
This Thursday, it's Spa Night on Iwer Stage, featuring...
Hey, what's the scene, everybody? My name is Joshua Regrello, and this Thursday, June 18th at 7 p.m., I'll be performing on Iwer Stage. So make sure and tune in, because we're going to put a serious vibe. I'm going to get you a real sweet band. So make sure and tune in this Thursday, June 18th, Iwer Stage, 7 p.m. We outside.
Streaming live on Instagram at Iwer George, Facebook Neil Iwer George, and YouTube Iwer TV. It's Iwer Stage.
The Gap Man Limited specializes in products that cater to all your health needs. The Male Enhancement Package targets the areas of the body that contribute to erectile dysfunction. The Male Enhancement costs $1,400. The Gap pills are priced at 250 pills for $500 and 500 pills for just $900. For the best in eye care, get the super combination of a Super Bright and the Body Healer. To improve the heart's function and circulation, get the Gap pill oils, and Formula C. To get a total body cleanse daily, use the Gap Body Healer and Big C, all for a super low price of $1,300. To order your products from the Gap Man Limited, call 628-4531 for products that cater to all your health needs.
For more info, contact 476-7268.
Get interactive with the Street 919 FM.
All day, every day. See us all live on our Facebook page.
Share and comment on our show.
Like our page.
Chat with our live on-air announcers.
The Street 919's Facebook page.
Live and interactive all day, every day. The Street 919 FM.
Come talk with us.
We are in this together at Dowell's Famous Foods and BQ Bites, 1 week only, starting from Sunday the 14th of June to the 21st of June. You can get plenty for 20 at Dowell's Famous Foods. Have yourself 2 pieces of mouth-watering chicken and 1 side, or 1 zesty chicken sandwich for only $20 at BQ Bites. Get yourself a grab-and-go meal for only $20. Visit Dowell's Famous Foods and BQ Bites, Port Mall, as they acknowledge we are in this together. 1 week only. 2 pieces and 1 side, $20. 1 zesty chicken sandwich, $20. 1 grab and go meal, $20. Darrell's Famous Foods and BQ Bites, Port Mall. We are in this together.
Hi there, I'm Lester Sublal, inviting you to join me on the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd Saturday, 8:30 p.m. to 11 p.m. for the program Slow Gospel Music, and on the 4th and 5th Saturday from 8:30 p.m. for an extended version of Slow Gospel Music on Street 91.9 FM.
Turn your lights down low and listen to the Master's radio.
Church radio will never be the same again. Join the Church of the Firstborn Assembly with Pastors Morris and Agnes Johnson and guests from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. on Sundays and from 9 p.m. to midnight on Wednesdays right here on the Street 919 FM. Your free will gifts and offerings will be greatly appreciated. First Citizens Bank account number 795222. For more information, call 753-1113. Psalm 46 verse 1. God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. Log on to the church's website, www.churchofthefirstbornassembly.org.
Every child is incredibly intelligent. Parents, reach higher. Be stronger. Join Oliver S. Clark, producer of the IBG line of educational products, right here every Thursday morning at 11:15. Get the genius out of the children. Hear how you can work with the IBG phonic program and see your children learn at least 200 times faster. Remember, IBG guarantees rapid progress for champions to turn this nation around. It's right here on 91.9 FM every Thursday morning at 11:15. For more info, call 336-3896 or 725-READ.